and someone else just popped in. Oh, it's Ryan. Welcome, Trevor.
How you doing?
What's up, Trevor?
Hey, where are you, bud?
Hello.
I'm right here. I'm Ryan, right here.
Bonjour.
Let me go tweet this out.
Yeah, so everybody, this is Trevor. Trevor Denham. Trevor, this is everybody.
Hey, nice to meet you all.
Hello, Trevor.
Hey, Trevor.
All right.
Trevor's a penciler that we are working on a secret project right now for someone that you guys are all going to be excited to hear about, but we can't talk about it yet. But I'm going to be coloring him, and yeah, he's an awesome penciler, so I'm stoked he joined us tonight.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes. It's awesome to have you here. I'm just getting everything set up like a fool. Always takes forever.
You had the whole fucking countdown. You did nothing.
Oh, dude, that's the Jack Daniels taking over. I'm telling you,
dude.
Oh, you let that guy in again, huh?
Yeah.
Literally, all I got for my birthday was Jack Daniels and coffee. So
Beth brought me the spirit of old JD home.
I got Jack
like
Daniels apple.
Oh God.
And I just tried it, and it's pretty fucking good. But I
don't
don't
like all that flavored stuff, though.
I don't really like it. I don't want to have like a fruity drink, like a lady man.
It's too late. You already had it. You liked it. You're down that. You're going down that road.
I can already feel my tits.
It's a lot smoother of a road than you expect it to be.
The boobs coming in.
Yeah, even larger than they are now.
I love all the different accents we have on here this evening.
We cast a wide net.
I wouldn't say I love them, but you guys are all right.
My fucking accent is silky smooth, man.
Mine is rough as hell.
If I wasn't stuck in this fucking shithole, if I was over stateside, I'd be a fox.
Oh, you'd get all the women, definitely.
Yeah, you'd be cleaning up if you weren't in Ireland with all of the other Irish people.
With everybody else they still don't sound like me. I just sound
just
weird.
Another freckled mess back home, huh?
Yeah, no, I sound like I'm American to them, but I don't sound American to American people.
No, you definitely don't to me. You definitely don't sound like you're from Massachusetts, and where half of the Irish people reside. Out here.
Well, if you,
half of
you think your accent is Irish.
Yeah, I guess I'm like walking away from my microphone, but I guess we can announce the prompt tonight is John Milius movies. We were giggling about it like schoolgirls off screen. Yeah, we're doing John Milius movies. Yeah, I'm sure someone will do a Conan.
Because I can't draw, so someone going to do Conan for me in my spirit. That's like my spirit animal.
I thought you were going to pick something fucking shit like Batman or something, and then you tell me that it's shit that I would actually like to draw. Fucking asshole, Spencer. You gave me a week. You gave me a week to prepare for this, and you gave me nothing.
I gave you no notice. We figured out like a couple days ago that we were going to do the Milius movies. That's what we'll go with. Kayla, is that you making love to your microphone again?
I think so.
Probably.
Oh my God.
I put it under my nose and breathe out of my nose.
Spencer said it's so much nicer than I was about to say.
Yeah, you breathe like I look.
My nose is all stuffed up too tonight. This rain.
Yeah, I'm just getting set up in my office and realizing that I needed to turn lights on and things.
Like a truck horn drowning in a river.
Shh. Leave me alone.
Should we go around the room and have everybody announce what they're doing? Like a professional show would?
Wow, you threw me off there with that professionalism there. I was like, wait, did we get a host all of a sudden or something?
Yeah.
What's up? Is there somebody's dad show up?
Yeah, right. This is Jeffrey speaking.
All right, everyone. What are you guys doing and what medium are you doing it on? What medium are you using, guys? Are people doing digital? Are you guys doing traditional art? What are we doing?
Good question.
I am using a hot pressed watercolor sheet, and I'm using watered down acrylics on that sheet.
Okay.
No, I'm joking.
I
I'm not
was
doing
like,
anything.
hey, I'm like, that's a very complicated to do.
No, it's too late for me to draw. I'll just get angry.
Oh, Ashen's got that promo video cut for his channel if you want to use it during the comic ship, he's saying, Ryan.
Oh, right on. Sweet.
I got to start doing stuff like that for the dudes, too. I am just, you guys know me behind the scenes. I'm a nutcase.
Yeah, you got to start doing cool stuff like me, Spencer, for the people.
Yeah,
You know?
just I don't copy anyone else, just you, Ryan.
I'm actually drawing something from Conan. I always wanted to draw Thulsa Doom from that, and I never have. So,
nice.
Ooh.
and by that I mean I wanted to draw what's his name as him, Darth Vader as
Oh, yeah.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, James Earl Jones.
that's the name. He has a real name. Yeah, that's it.
Them rockin' bangs.
And I'm gonna be doing it. I'm gonna be doing it with my fork carved in this table. That's on. So I'm gonna start.
Nice.
Ew.
Oh, my ears. That's traumatizing.
No, I'm gonna be doing pencil and paper, and then if I might ink it, and I might switch it to digital and paint it up, depending on how it goes.
I dropped some reference for you in a private chat.
Uh-oh. There we go.
That's great.
The perfectly cropped hair.
I was
That is
scared
like
for a second. I'm like, what's it gonna be? Like the porn version or something?
That was
Yeah,
not a great action figure.
It is
Yeah,
weird
I
the way
needed
in the
some help.
movie they gave him the Conan fringe.
Yeah, they gave him the accurate hair.
Yeah, which is still like that shit is accurate. Like if you're a barbarian, you're a warrior. You're gonna cut that in. You're gonna cut your fringe. You're not gonna have bangs.
You're
Like,
gonna cut your
hanging
hair like a human coconut.
Yeah, well, it won't be perfect like that. Like it's not a bowl cut, but it'll
I'll
be
cut
all
it like
jagged
Lloyd
and shit.
Christmas.
Yeah, not like Lloyd Christmas. Although, I mean, that would be a fun parody. Lloyd Christmas and fucking Conan.
I'm realizing I
Oh my
can't
God.
even look at reference. All right, Jeff, if you're doing Extreme Prejudice, I feel like I have to do Dirty Harry.
Yeah, I am going to be doing Extreme Prejudice, which we found out behind the scenes that Spencer was also planning on doing it, which is how you know we're simpatico.
Yeah, dude.
It's like the most death cursey movie ever. Directed by Walter Hill, written by John Milius, inspired by Sam Peckinpah, and features like every one of the boys that we talk about all the time.
Yeah, just like the frenzy of awesome character actors. Every time I
Clancy
watch it, I'm
Brown.
like, I forgot this dude was in it. Yeah, it was Powers Booth, Clancy
William
Brown,
Forsythe,
William
Devo.
Forsythe's in it. There's some other ones too. There's some crazy ones.
There's the gay guy from Revenge of the Nerds. The Lambda, and Omega Moves.
the best way.
Lamar?
Oh, the actual gay guy. You weren't
To
just
credit
being a
him.
jerk about somebody.
Oh, he's a gay character.
Yeah, I know.
I know it's cliche, but I really want someone to do like the I love the smell of napalm in the morning from Apocalypse Now. I love that line.
Well, why
Well,
don't
you're
you
on the
do
right
it, Kayla?
track. You had the right tone of voice to request it. You're like,
Yeah,
I'd
right.
really like it if somebody.
Yeah, everybody's like, I'm changing my prompt.
Yeah, we're like, let me try that. Hey guys, I'd really like it if you drew that scene from Apocalypse Now. Did it work?
Fuck that, dude. Charlie don't surf.
Charlie.
Oh, there you go.
That's the best line.
Tom Lister was the other dude, Tiny from
Yeah, that's Debo.
Friday movies. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh shit! And what's his name? From Scanners.
Mickey Jones. Yeah, Ironside. How we
Ironside,
didn't
yeah.
mention him before.
How has Powers Booth and Michael Ironside not done a movie together as like twin brothers that have to kill each other? They'd be
That both
perfect.
look insane. Rip Torn was the other dude I couldn't remember.
Yeah, fucking Rip Torn's in that.
Yeah, and he's like a
He kicks ass,
badass
too.
old cop. Yeah, just I was like, tossing guns has never been so damn cool.
Well, you know what? I just rewatched a clip when I was thinking about doing this, where Rip Torn shoots a dude, and it's a dude from one of my favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, No Retreat, No Surrender.
Ooh.
Hadn't seen the guy in any movies ever besides that one movie. I was like, holy shit, there he is. He made two movies.
Is it the bar scene where they go grab the drugs and?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was the scene too where I think I watched a clip of that earlier and I was like, oh yeah, Rip Torn's in this as well. Crazy Mama.
That's a Cloris Leachman movie.
Cloris Leachman rocked. That looks rad. How have I not seen this?
Yeah, they came up in the IMDb. I was like, I never even heard of this.
This is the perfect kind of grindhouse nonsense I'm into.
They did that
And now he's not going to draw. He's just going to go watch that.
They talked about it.
Anytime I've watched you guys do a draw stream, Spencer never draws.
Nope.
I'm doing it tonight.
Half the time he's barely there. He like sits down. He's like, "All right, I've got to draw. Let me go take a piss."
Let me get really drunk and
Yeah,
pee on
let's
these
go.
bushes.
He's
drawing-
now.
Yeah, he spends half the
now
time
he's
saying he's
tamed.
going to go get a drink, the other half the time saying he's going to pee.
He's
Oh,
now
I
a
meant-
tamed
Fucking
human
half the
being.
time he's going.
I'm sitting
let
here.
Me, let me.
I
He has
gotta
a
drink.
home. He is a homeowner now.
He's a homo what?
Yeah,
He's
I got
a
my own bushes
homeowner
to
now.
pee on now.
So-
Guy from When's the Nerd?
Homeowner.
He's civilized. He's now a civilized.
Yeah,
He's like
I'm
Harry and the Hendersons.
I'm a homeowner.
John Lithgow has taken him in.
Yes.
That's such a fucked up movie.
Yeah.
I remember getting upset. I was like mildly obsessed with that movie for a bit. Remember at the end when they send them back, and it's like a shot where you see him walking into the forest, and then
It's
Don't make me
Spencer.
cry.
and then it didn't make me cry. It made me angry. And then you see like the trees and the bushes come alive, and it's all the other Sasquatches and shit. And I'm always like trying to figure out when did they switch them in? I don't think there's like a shot where they switch them in and then they come alive. Like they're
I
not
don't
just
know.
standing there for the whole fucking thing.
I have no
A
clue. That's a
midget in
good
bear suit
question. I never
standing
thought
there
about
for
that
fucking 4
before.
hours
Oh,
while they
it's-
shoot a zine.
So he needs like the VFX breakdown of Harry and the Hendersons
I was
from
gonna say,
Corridor
we are
Crew or
still
something.
talking. Yeah, I was like, we are still talking about Harry and the Hendersons, right? It's just like
Whoa.
It's an annoying scene, man, because it's so well done.
ILM came in just for that one scene.
Yeah, I'm like, that's some fucking Rick Baker shit. But everybody had to be, it's a hard scene to pull off. It just annoys me because I think they cheated.
Wow, Ryan and Jeff, you guys are moving so fast.
Oh yeah, Jeff
I'm like-
flies when he draws what he loves.
So the theme for the drawing tonight is John Milius movies.
Oh my god. Yeah, everybody keeps asking Kayla if she has an OnlyFans, but it's me you should be asking.
Yeah, that's been very odd. And it's like the more I say that I don't have it, someone contacts me and is like, "What is it? Let me share the link."
Yeah, it's
Like,
the
I'm like,
Yeah,
Streisand-
because they're
Streisand
bots.
effect.
That shit's bots, dude.
It's like insane. Then I get I get like girls that contact me and like girls like it's just odd. Girls that have an OnlyFans, like, do you want to share for a share?
You gotta
Like,
start one and we'll
Yeah,
only
because
post
what they
pictures
do
of
is
my feet.
all they do is they just look up anything tagged or anything that mentions OnlyFans, and then they have it auto like copy and paste. They just go in and message anybody who has their messages open and says,
Well,
"And
it
put
makes
that in."
them look really bad because it's
Well,
like
yeah, I mean it's fucking OnlyFans. I mean,
I
they're not
mean-
fucking, I mean,
You're not
I mean,
dealing with
I'm like, why? I'm like, I'm basically saying like,
you're saying that they seem desperate.
Yeah, and then
It's
they're
like they have
retweeting it
no
and
tact.
everything.
Yeah, it's almost like they take photos of their bits for a living.
Yeah, but I'm saying Kayla starts one, and we only post pictures of my feet on it.
Oh, but say
I don't know
they're
why
hers.
you just don't
So
link.
they're
Her
somehow
face
less
and
hairy.
your feet.
Just
Yeah.
fucking do another
Yeah.
death curse for
They're
OnlyFans.
less hairy than hers.
Oh, we've already talked about that, Carl, because like OnlyFans is
Oh, I forgot about
legitimately
that.
trying to bring in like outside content that isn't porno, and
Yeah.
we're pro porno responsibly, I guess is the best way to describe it, and think it would be hilarious to just be on OnlyFans.
I think I'm just gonna like post various stages of Slim Jims unwrapped and half
But it-
eaten with comments.
Well, it would be the same shit we're doing on Patreon already. So it'd just be like the stupid podcast, a lot of me drunk ranting, and people would go there expecting there to be a nude girl, and it would just be the same thing on the Patreon.
Imagine if you
I
get
also
banned
forgot
off of
your feet
Patreon.
are
You would get
beautiful.
banned off of OnlyFans.
Yeah,
They're like,
that's
it's
the other
okay
thing.
for freshly turned 18-year-olds to get fucking naked, but this guy can't have an opinion about movies.
I don't know. My sister my sister is like, well, anyone that was here saw, and she won't even stoop to that level of OnlyFans.
Yeah, she is gonna come on the podcast though, which is rad. That'll be the best episode ever.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
something.
The night Kayla's sister dominated the entire team. Digital group session. I'm just spitballing names here.
Glad I invited Trevor tonight.
Poor Trevor.
Yeah, dude, again, thanks for coming on.
I tried to warn him. There was some warning done.
Hey, I'm
What
just
are-
sitting here minding my own business.
What are you doing for your movie, Trevor?
Dillinger, his first movie.
Excellent.
Yep, with Warren Oates and Ben Johnson. And I got to thinking about it. I don't know if you can let's see. So I'm going to do like kind of the playing card kind of thing. I don't know. I ruled out the Ace of Spades and working on the portraits.
Awesome.
Oh, that's way bigger than I thought it was when you sent it in the DMs. And I'm talking about the piece of paper, folks.
Schmuck.
I need to talk to Kayla's sister. She's not like a therapist for bondage. Oh no,
No,
that's
but he just needs to get a reference.
Oh my
like,
god.
Is this how it was supposed to go down, or did I get gypped at this?
What? Do you need a reference for the dominatrix?
No. I'm saying that, dude. He needs a baseline. He needs to know a baseline of a fucking good experience, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's those guys in Japan where it's like, it's not even sexual. They just like getting the fucking little bollocks kicked off them by some broad.
Yeah, it's not so strictly business.
Yeah.
I need to do this or I can't compete at work.
It helps you compete, you know?
Something about getting stepped on by women makes me an amazing businessman.
It challenges your manhood. And so when you go back into the manly business-oriented world, you fucking go in like a rabid dog because you've been
Carl, you
humiliated.
know an awful lot about this.
Yeah, I have some problems, you know?
I'm just saying. Are you speaking from experience?
Carl's one of your sister's clients.
I know. Oh my god.
Trust me, man.
Yeah,
you
see,
just
when
gotta
you
get
do it
out
over
there.
the phone, like, because of course I can't do it in person, you know, you have to go deep. You have to cook deep.
damn COVID, man.
Oh, I would know. I was talking about
ruining
that.
bondage experiences for everybody.
Dude, if you're fucking going that far, you have no fear of COVID.
Bondage
Yeah.
at home. All right, now tie yourself up.
Do you think I'm worried about COVID? It's like I fucking
Climb
let
into
you
your
piss on my
full
mouth, but I'm
vinyl
gonna
gimp
worry
suit.
about COVID.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Welcome
Yes.
back, Kayla.
Sorry, I was munching on Slim Jims, so I was trying, and I had to scan. You know what? I went to scan them in because I had to count the stupid calories, and they actually are very low in calories. However, when I first
Dude,
scanned
you are
it, it was
never
coming up
going
as a it was
I know,
coming up
it's
as
a
a damn
spiel. Every time
granola
you bring
bar.
up Slim Jims, they're like a
Yeah,
miracle
every time
food.
you would think she's already like working for them the way she sells us on Slim Jims last time it was, oh, they're actually not bad for your heart at all according to my doctor. And I was like, oh, okay, like is your doctor like the guy outside the 7-Eleven you get smokes from?
Her
Like,
doctor is like a giant talking Slim Jim.
yeah.
Dr. Savage.
Yeah,
Dr.
it's
Randy
Ghost
Savage.
Randy Savage. Like,
A giant animated fucking corporate mascot.
this shit's great for your heart if you want your heart to explode while you're ripping in your Jeep down the highway, brother.
Don't
She
be
is
doxing
honestly
my
like
doctor.
when we live on colonies on Mars, we will all be in Slim Jims.
Yeah, we'll be eating Slim Jims. We'll be dressing Slim Jim.
Look, I have enough. If the zombie apocalypse hit now, I'm gonna be good. Like I have a great food supply.
No, you'll
going
eat it
on.
all in a week and be like, what the fuck do I do now?
Yeah.
I'd like to think if we got more info from her doctor, he's like, no, I said your heart wouldn't go first. Your other organs will fail first, and then the heart will follow. Kayla, please stop eating the Slim Jims.
Eating them in the appointment.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what I say to her. She's going to eat
Say,
it.
nom.
He keeps taking it away from her, turning it around, throwing it in the trash can. When he turns back around, she's got another one.
So like one Slim Jim is like one Slim Jim. It's literally like 1.5 grams of protein
They don't even need to pay this girl.
and 30 calories.
Just
maybe
like
40
release her in a
calories now.
packed gas station full of people.
It has a lot of salt though, so there's like 260 milligrams of salt. I'll say that much. But
Say that much.
You're like the Manchurian candidate for Slim Jims. It's insane.
But-
Somebody makes mention of like snacks or like cured meats, and you just like click into this mode and start selling Slim Jims.
Do you know how many people? Well, Spencer's witnessed it. Anyone that I ever meet, like especially at a con, they get offered Slim Jim.
Yeah, you bring back like the hood Spencer, because I grew up just like poor as all hell, and like I remember when I baked a Slim Jim
Yeah, I
in
was
front
gonna
of
say
you
you
for the
baked-
first time, and
that's something I've never done.
Yeah, you looked like
I
you
was
were
petrified.
staring
I was
into a
horrified.
portal to hell.
And then
Just
you
cooking
ate
a
it,
Slim
and then I
Jim
had
with a
to
Bic
eat one
lighter.
too.
Drunk
It
out
tastes
of my
like-
mind.
It tasted like gasoline. It was not great.
Oh, it's a good time, dude.
It was
Get
not
down and-
great. I was
get
just
down
like destroyed this.
Get down with the boys, play dice, and bake some Slim Jims. It's a damn good time. There's a side of Spencer that you never see.
You in a suit, groomed.
Oh, I just realized I never asked what Shelby was doing.
He's all, let's change the subject and not
Yeah,
make fun
right.
of me
We'll keep
anymore.
going.
Let's-
I can only beat on myself to silence for so long.
You know what?
Shelby, what are you doing? I think I know.
I'm a one-trick pony. It's gonna be the dude with the muscles.
Awesome.
That's
Hell
that's
yeah.
basically what it
I'm
is.
all about it.
The dude
Yeah,
with the
it is-
muscles.
Yeah, it's not gonna be canon either. I'm kind of going off my what I remember, which is usually not accurate.
Oh, that's the best. Damn, Brian and Jeff really are flying too.
Colin's given more of his BDSM experience. And
I
it's
know,
kind of
I'm like,
shocking.
tonight is not the night for me to pull her in here.
It just sounds
It's-
violent. It just doesn't even sound
Yeah.
like a.
Colin,
He just-
this just sounds like Colin broke into someone's home.
That sounds like it's your bot, dude.
Yeah. Dude.
I kept asking what their safe word was, and they kept swearing they were going to call the cops.
Yeah.
I've had,
Dude
like-
with the dragon tattoo.
It's so weird though. Maybe this is like some. I just thought about this. Maybe this is some fucked up insight to me, but I've never once thought of a BDSM thing, and it's a dude like doing the hitting or whatever. That seems weird, man.
Carl's
That's
like,
actually
hang
the
on.
majority of it, believe it or not.
Yeah, Carl,
I
what
just-
do you think Irish dudes are doing over here?
I don't know what they're doing
That's
over
like
there.
all the work here, man.
Well, the
You come
Irish,
over here,
the
you get
Irish
into a
dudes
gimp
aren't-
suit, and you just fire away with that Irish accent.
I don't know. They're not really the ones running around with wife beaters on. That's the Italians out in mass, at least.
Here it
That's like
goes.
the other end of the spectrum. Yeah, Boston Kayla coming out.
There was a video today that someone sent me.
Go
And
throw
was
some
like,
bricks in your backyard and cool off.
oh,
Her
there was
dad's
a
gonna
video
run in any
someone
second.
sent
Those
me
Italians
today.
bugging you again?
Yeah, right on the Italians back.
Sorry, Kayla, go on.
With a brick in
There's a
hand.
video that was sent to me today, and I'll just play it. It was like, I'm not going to share the screen, but you can just all you need to do is hear it for the ambiance. And they sent me this reminded me of you when I went to visit, and I'm like, what is it? So let me see if you guys can hear
I
this.
can never track what you're talking about until like the moment you're revealing it.
Well, I'm about
You
to
always
play it.
say the same thing I'm going to say, but like 10 times nicer.
Oh, that's nice.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't have a filter. It just comes out how it comes out.
Tell me you live in Boston without telling me.
You can hear that, right?
Yeah, that's like every time I go to visit you, and I love it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you most certainly. I don't know what you fucking do. Don't tell me to relax. Go fucking tell me. Go fuck yourself. How's that? Go figure out the content, big hole. That's all what you fucking fuck.
I'm dying because in the video it has like all these different people, like it's from like all around the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's like 5 different clips of people fucking arguing. Like,
Oh God, no, just from
And
off this
that's-
person's window.
no, because that's like every time I've gone out to visit you, even in Salem, you'll see shit like that. I'm like,
Well, it's
a
just
good,
Massachusetts as a whole.
yeah, 20-minute ride. in any
Massachusetts is a whole.
direction.
That's Florida.
No, that's a
Your
penis.
fucking mouth.
Florida's the dangle, yeah.
Yeah,
The last free state left.
yeah. Florida is this country's ED. I feel like Carl, are you drawing now?
No. Why was I
Oh.
looking? Did it look
Yeah.
like I was engaged?
He's looking for
Yeah.
OnlyFans pages.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, he's setting his up.
Like, is this one Kayla's? No. Is this one Kayla's? No.
I could I'd set one up and just do art and just see if people are willing to fucking.
Yeah, do the not suitable for work art. It's just titty versions of all your drawings.
Well, you know why they're changing. I think it's because of PayPal. You have to PayPal doesn't do sexually explicit shit, and I'm pretty sure you can make so much more money off of PayPal than having to go directly to people's banks.
Some horny libertarian dude is gonna come up with his own version of PayPal, and it's just gonna shut stuff down. That guy's gonna be printing money.
He's probably going to be someone that already owns a bank then.
I was gonna say, wait, isn't PayPal owned by a crazy libertarian dude?
Isn't
Oh
it
wow,
Peter Thiel?
you're already
Yeah.
inking? Holy crap.
Of course he is.
How are people that fast, man?
Shelby's trying to get out of here.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's like, oh, I forgot I got another stream to go to.
Yeah.
Shit.
What is this fucking guy talking about?
Milius is an uncredited writer for Jaws? I did not know
I
that.
know he did a behind
He
the
wrote
scenes.
Quinn's
There
speech.
was like a documentary I think he did about Jaws, to be honest, that I can remember. I
Did
don't
he
know about
write
the
one of the
actual movie
mayor's
itself.
speeches?
He wrote Quint's speech.
Oh, really?
Oh.
That's like the best
The
thing in the-
Indianapolis.
That is like the best
he-
thing in the movie. Quint's the
He
best
did a
part.
he did a documentary on Conan, also his own film. That must have been hard. It's a recap. It's like basically the special features.
They wouldn't let him
I
put
saw
on the
that,
DVD
but
extras, so he did that.
Didn't they sort of like parrot some of the weird claims about Robert E. Howard? Like, isn't there like that? Like, I don't know if it's true or not, but people say like he used to like border up his house and fucking carry a shotgun when he was writing Conan, and he used to pretend that he was behind him and stuff. And then there was a bunch of people that said that's not true. Like, there was a
I've
guy
never heard about that.
when Robert E. Howard died, there was a guy who acquired all his shit and he started to change it, and then he like built this weird myth around them.
Yeah, I
There
heard
was
some
a
of those
douche
stories, but
involved.
I didn't know, like, I don't know the background of it or anything. You know, like I had heard like people say like, oh, there's rumors that Robert E. Howard would see Conan hanging in the room behind him, threatening him if he didn't write.
Yeah.
I hope there's rumors like that about me when I'm dead.
Yeah, it's
They're all
gonna
about
be me
woodchucks.
threatening you. What are you drawing, Spencer?
Nothing yet. I'm smoking off camera.
I saw a cool video though when someone went to the Robert E. Howard Museum. This
Waiting
was like,
to see if our last guest was showing up, but I don't think they are.
this is like years ago, and there was this old lady who would have like grew up around Robert E. Howard, and she said that like sometimes at night and like that Texas heat, he'd be up till like 4 o'clock in the morning with his window open, and you could hear him on the typewriter tapping away, and he'd be like talking his stories out, and like people in the neighborhood knew it, and they would let him do it because they knew he was Robert E. Howard, like he was writing his little stories, you know.
New book better be fucking dope, Robert.
Yeah,
They made a movie about it with
Yeah,
Vincent
that
D'Onofrio.
fucking scene in that when he's like, when he explains Conan and he like fucking jumps up off the car and he's like, black hair, blue eyes. It's fucking, I love that scene, man. That scene will put hairs on your chest.
What about legs and feet? What if Spencer watches it? Will he get hair on his legs and feet?
He doesn't have hair in his legs. You're one of those guys.
Yeah, I'm completely clean shaven.
he has legs like a woman.
Mid chest down.
I have that shit because I wear socks like
They made that
24/7.
ZZ
So I have,
Socks
like,
all the way up to your thighs.
I have that shit where like I have like hairy legs and it gets down to like the ankle and it's like nothing. Like,
Now
it's
we're
like
getting into OnlyFans.
the
content.
fucking weirdest shit ever.
That's my brother and my dad.
So, Carl,
they
is that
have
your
that. I
contribution
don't have it.
to the Death Curse OnlyFans?
I was gonna say now we're getting into that OnlyFans territory. I'm doing Spencer JW's Dirty Harriet.
Well, like, yeah, I guess people can't
The
request a
daughter?
refund, right?
Yeah,
She's
it's
she's holding a
Chris.
protest sign against guns.
Kristen Wiig is Dirty Harriet.
This screen right now is like the oddest Brady Bunch ever. Like if you think about it, like the way it is, how many people are on here?
We're just.
I have no
missing-
reference to the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, you're
I don't know.
you're talking to a bunch of people that are half paying attention, and Carl.
I have no idea what the Brady Bunch is.
You've lost.
I'm imagining because Kayla said it's something to do with Slim Jims. It's like a cartoon
it
Slim
would
Jim
definitely
family.
be
What a
interesting.
carton of
if that
Slim
was
Jims
the
is
case.
called. It's called a Brady Bunch.
Yeah, if you see one in the wild.
That's like actually that'd be like a bunch of Tom Brady supporters. Known as the Brady Bunch. We used to be known as the Brady Bunch.
You
I
mean
don't
who
even
left
know
New
what
England
Brady
for
Bunch is
Florida?
that, like,
Wait,
kisses
athletes
his
have
kids.
supporters? Like a
Yeah,
politician?
only in
That's
only in
it. Thank you,
Massachusetts,
Beth.
Ryan.
See, this is why I love Beth. See, she totally gets it.
I'm gonna look up Brady Bunch. I'm gonna judge you based on the Google result.
Oh my
Okay.
god, I thought he was kidding.
I
What?
can't believe that.
He's a foreigner. You don't know this stuff.
I'm a foreigner, and I'm also not like 180 years old. I know
You're
I'm
on
like,
an American live stream, boy. You should be watching our sitcoms.
okay. I've no. Is this what's that quiz show? Hollywood Squares? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. The intro.
Carl
Drag
just
race and
turned
Brady
20.
Bunch.
But I don't know what you're looking up here. I need to send
This
you
looks
something.
awful. That woman's haircut is weird. It's like a weird bob cut, and then she has a mullet in the back.
That was the
Oh,
style
that's the
then.
best version of her hair.
That's the
awesome.
worst looking thing ever.
It's
No,
it's
it's great.
horrible.
No, that's the that's the kind of haircut you have
Oh
to
my
fake for
God,
the
it
show.
would
We
make
know
me the
Ryan's
maid.
childhood crush now.
Oh yeah.
It would make me the maid. I would be the maid.
Honestly,
guys.
I look at this and I'm like, the all of these are gonna be murdered in some horrible Quentin Tarantino scene because of the text and the way it's done. Like, I'm waiting for some weird fucking music and people to just start talking like a Tarantino movie.
He's been trained by homage films to not trust 60s sitcoms.
Yeah,
He's like, this is gonna get dark. This is gonna get real dark any second.
shit's about to happen.
Yeah. Like, how come they're laughing and playing? When's the guy gonna pull out a gun or something?
Oh God, that football hit her nose.
Kind of want to see a dark version of the.
It's kind of weird that they have TV shows that are like, oh, it's just a normal family.
I really like that movie they made in the 90s.
Like, oh, they're just have a normal family life. They get up to family things. Yeah, but what
No,
happens?
the real
It's
the
just
real
a normal.
darkness was
They just
behind
do
this.
normal shit. It's like, well,
Yeah.
when does the axe murderer come
Shelby.
in and the revenge quest start? Tell me when that Brady Bunch fucking movie starts.
Kids these days.
It's just a bunch of drag queens as well. It's like a bunch of kids, and then there's all these drag queens. and stuff.
Carl's on a roll tonight.
Yeah, all the actors from it were like cokeheads, and
Yeah, they're all cursed.
they were all screwing each other behind the scenes and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, the mother of the Brady Bunch, she wrote this book on how she slept with so many people. I can't even remember what it was. To be honest, I think it was a book.
Florence Henderson sounds
Even
familiar.
with the number, not what she told everybody, what platform she chose. I think it was a book.
It was a book. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was a book. Because she promoted the book and everything. I'm pretty sure it was a book about how many people she slept with.
Might
and
have
all
been
the
a
crazy stuff
booklet.
that happened.
Or
One
post
chapter for every.
And I'm
person.
sure it was not a book about how many people she slept with. That was probably just a part of it.
I mean, that was the
Back
part
in
that
my day,
whole
I was a
thing.
massive slut.
everything.
I slept with them all.
Yeah, she did say she slept with one of the Cassidy brothers. Yes, she did, Beth. See,
Yeah.
Beth knows
Well,
what I'm talking about.
Of course,
She-
Beth
she
knows
had-
some golden age fucking
Gotta look up the
TV.
Cassidy brothers now.
weird shit.
See, the
The-
Cassidy brothers
it's-
sound
that's
like,
like
a
the-
murder duo.
It's like David Cassidy, I want to say.
Oh, from the Partridge Family?
Yes. Yeah, that's another. That's
Who
another
wins in
show
a
for
fight,
you to look
Brady
at.
Bunch or Partridge Family?
I don't know.
The Brady's, just because of the
There's more
two
of them,
oldest
right?
brothers. The two older brothers would whoop ass on most of the Partridge Family.
What would happen when they saw Danny Bonaducci's terrifying face?
I know. No, Danny Bonaducci would win. Actually, nope. There you go. There's your winner.
Yeah, that because he's like an 8-year-old little goblin in that, so he'd be pretty scary.
I looked up Harvey Brothers, and it's a clip of Steve Harvey standing next to a guy who just looks like Steve Harvey, and he's calling him his twin brother.
Yeah, that's Steve Harvey's like whole frat. Is just like a 1,000 Steve Harveys. And I'm not even kidding. You can look up like pictures of his frat. They all like his sense of style and everything. I guess he got from his fraternity, and
He has mustaches in his pockets.
it rocks. Yeah, he's got a clip on
Yeah, and he
deck.
hands them out to every new guy he accepts in the Steve Harvey Brotherhood.
Yeah,
He
like, hang
just
on.
got a
Did he get
mustache.
rid of his mustache during the commercial break? What happened? Wait,
Who?
it's back now?
Oh God, your little sideline there completely confused me. Not able for your lightning wits, Spencer.
Oh yeah, lightning drunk. How's everybody else doing?
Pretty sober.
Excellent. Oh yeah, now that I'm back to drinking, you're off of it again.
Yeah, I guess so. Only one of us can be drinking at a time.
Yeah.
There can be only one mess.
Yeah, exactly. Jeff, basically. Jeff can't deal with two of us drinking.
Oh, it was called
What is
Hardy Boys.
drawing? Sorry, what's
Man,
that?
The Hardy Boys sounds like a gay porno.
It probably is.
Hardy Boys, brothers Frank and Joe Hardy are fictional characters who appear in blah 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 blah.
Solve mysteries.
Oh, it's one of those things, like those fantastic, the Fantastic Five and all those. The Fantastic, what was they called? A bunch of kids in a secret garden.
You weren't loved enough as a child, were you?
I fucking hated that stuff. I was like, "Where's the blood and guts and big tits, dude?" I was developed as a child.
Who taught this 6-year-old how to talk?
I really hated all that shit. I was reading like fucking Tomb of Dracula and stuff when I was a kid. The big essential volumes. I wasn't fucking doing all that weird gay shit in school. I remember bringing in like Watchmen when I was 8 and like being like, I hope nobody fucking notices the rape scene in this book, in this comic. Because my teachers just thought that they were like, oh, he's reading Garfield.
Mr. and Mrs. Oro, we called you in here to talk about Carl. He's refusing to do quote unquote gay shit.
Dude, it was such a scam. Like I had such the best little scam going. You'd have to do like, you have to write a story. Like there'd be a period every week where you'd have to, like, in English, you'd have to just write a story. They'd give you an A4 sheet and it's lined on one side and you just have to like fill it up with a story. And anything that I was interested in the moment, I would just write about. So like if it was like Aliens versus Predator, I would just write about that. And I would just write as much gory, bloody shit as I could. And then at the end of it, I'd say like, and I woke up and it was all a dream. And I would do that in like 20 minutes because the teachers would let you flip over the paper and then draw on the other side, like draw an image to go with your story. So I would just burn through the story, write the fucking most crucial points. It was all a dream, flip it over, and just spend the rest of the class drawing some blood-curdling fucking awful shit.
It was all a dream. Carl, you can't do this with every story.
Yeah, I figured it out.
That's why they called his parents in. They're like, he's copying out on his writing. It's really embarrassing. If he has a future in indie comics, he's going to have to learn to spend more time on the script and not jump right to the art like this.
Carl, it was a math test.
Yeah, but axe plus skull equals brains everywhere, so I'm still right.
No, I'm really stupid when it comes to math, man. I'm no good.
I'm no good.
I'm really stupid.
I'm just trying to get...
How stupid is he?
Sorry, guys, I'm eating pork chops and rice.
She would have had a punchline for you otherwise, Jeff.
I know.
I know. That's
That's
why I
added
told
so
him.
much if it wasn't only for the fucking pork chops and rice.
Night is ruined.
I'm trying to think of other little scams to get drawings done in
I
school.
feel like I can't make this dude's head wrinkly enough.
Yeah, book reports were my way of sneaking in comic art for stuff. Like I would read part of the book, I'd like skim through it, and then I would draw like some awesome panels, like to kind of like capture a couple of the moments, and it worked for a while. A couple of my teachers were like, "Oh, this is great," and then one of my teachers was like, "Okay, you're just trying to draw and not read the book. This isn't gonna work." Damn it! Adults figuring stuff out. How'd that happen?
Yeah, they used to lie on book reports too. I would find a really obscure book, and because I went to a Christian school, so there were a lot of books that weren't on the list and that I knew they didn't really know about. I would just like find them, like some kind of weird samurai book or something at a book fair, and then I would just look at the picture, read the back of the book, and come up with a story of my own. It worked out pretty good actually. I used to almost always got at least a B.
That's what he did with City of Rot too.
I did get one book that was like a kid's book where the cover was a kid playing with a knight and castle toy set, and then he gets sucked into the that world of toy knights. And so in my story, at the end of it, he takes a sword and he cuts the wizard's head off. It was like, I don't know, maybe second or third grade. And the teacher was like, yes, this is a really interesting book, but maybe you shouldn't read books about decapitating people for class.
You're like, maybe you shouldn't tell me what to do, teacher.
Maybe you're next.
Yeah.
I got this buddy named Carl Rowe. I think he's 3 right now.
He's reading Watchmen already.
hardcore.
Hold
wish
him
I
down
was
while
three.
he
You wish I
sucks
was
on
3
your
at that
neck.
point, old man.
He's 3 right now, Jeff.
Yeah, Carl was just.
Is that what Ireland does to 3-year-olds?
He's already got a beard. It's pretty rough.
All that whiskey.
Told
that
you,
apple
put fucking
whiskey.
hairs on you.
He's already got the consumption.
Apple whiskey will put seeds in you.
Always in dad mode.
Never the dad.
Yeah, right.
It's still going.
You know what is fucked up though when I think about like doing weird drawing stuff in school? I never won like a competition. Never.
I won a competition by tracing John Buscema's Captain America from the How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way.
I never traced shit. But I never won, and I was always like, that's crazy. And I'd see winners, and I'd be like, dude, that's like, just fucking shit.
I won a couple. I won one that was that you'll enjoy this, Carl. It was dolphins. Like I was in 6th grade, and I wanted to draw like splashing water, and but our teachers had to approve of stuff of the drawing for the art contest. So I wanted to do a surfer, and they thought surfing was like too counterculture, too negative. So I drew dolphin one, and I didn't want to draw the
Did you
dolphin.
fucking grow up fucking Stalinist Russia?
No, you were in the
What kind of
1930s.
regime is this drawing dolphins? Fucking turn it into a shark.
Well,
Ryan's
then,
a golden age inker.
The next year, I drew Jesus on the cross, all bloody, like a heavy
I did
metal
that.
album, and they all loved that. I couldn't draw surfer the year before. I was told to draw dolphin, but then in the 8th grade contest, I was like, I'm gonna draw Jesus like with skulls and bones all over, and like the skull mountain that they were on with the that they were crucified on, and all this stuff, and they all loved that. I was like, what? But
Yeah,
couldn't
I did
draw
that
surfer?
for my. I did that for my communion. I think it was my communion or my confirmation. No, it would have been my communion. We have this church where it's like a modern church, so all the windows it's no stained glass, but it's all windows, and they get the kids to draw like big ass A3 pictures, and they put it all up, and it's kind of cool because the light sort of turns them into stained glass windows. And I drew I drew that fucking image of like Jesus, but like covered head to toe in blood on the cross, like just blood streaming out of his hands. Like I went through fucking red marker after red marker drawing that.
And then it
I
was
think I still have
illuminated
it
by the
somewhere.
Lord's light.
Heavy
Yeah.
metal Jesus.
And it was all like, like fucking weird shit, Easter bunnies and just stupid shit kids did. And they just were like, whatever, we'll hang it up. And then there's this crazy looking Jesus that they definitely probably didn't want to put up.
Sure,
When I was,
kid, we'll
when I
hang
was
up
making
your
my
death metal.
confirmation, I made the guy beside me laugh, and the priest slapped him around the head. And that made me
What he did
nearly
to him?
laugh. When you make your confirmation and the priest like has to put the fucking fire in your body. That sounds fucked up. When he has to put his hand on your head, and like he does that
Yes.
shit.
Yeah,
He like
the fun
squeezes your
part.
head down a little bit. And
It's called foreplay.
yeah. Yeah, that shit. Fucking
Whispers in your ear a little.
but I don't know what I did. I can't remember.
You boy.
But me and my friend were like fucking with each other the whole way through it, and the guy beside us like caught on, and he laughed. And he laughed right in the priest's face while he was standing over him with his hand on his head. And so the priest like lifted up his other hand and slapped him on the top of the head, man.
See, again, another Angela's Ashes story from Cole.
Oh, I didn't get fucking like, you know, I didn't get taken. You know, it wasn't like deliverance or any shit, you know.
Yeah, it's not like we get in America here.
I always remember, well, no, that shit fucking happened there all the time. When I was a kid, it was like, I remember being a kid walking around and being like, the two biggest threats to a fucking boy's ass is Ronald McDonald and priests. Like, it was just fucking pumped in my head. Like,
What the
Ronald
hell did I
McDonald.
miss? What did I miss?
Around Ireland.
Happy
Dude,
meals in Ireland are not so happy.
Dude,
Yeah, do not
it was like
smile
a
at the
thing.
clown boy.
It was a fucking
Clown
thing.
bastard.
I remember like there was like school stories of like boys getting touched by Ronald McDonald, and I was fucking terrified.
1996, when all of
Oh,
Ireland
Jesus.
beat to death a Ronald McDonald impersonator.
Dave Grohl,
Your mom's like,
fucking-
he's not real, Carl.
Did you? Is
My
Chelsea's
icon.
picture triggering you?
Yeah, it's bringing back memories.
You're giving him PTSD.
But you know, like sometimes you go to a
Mick
McDonald's,
PTSD.
you go to a McDonald's and he'd be there, like that Ronald McDonald
You
actor.
thought he was
guy.
gonna touch your McNuggets?
I remember being like, whatever I do, I cannot go to the toilet right now because he's gonna get me.
He's gonna touch those
He's
McNuggets.
gonna
That
fucking
ceramic
get me.
clown is going to
Ronald has
stand
the
up off
choices.
that bench.
And
He
I don't
wanted
even
to
think
show
I
you
knew.
his golden arch.
I don't
Ronald
even.
has choices, but he likes small fries.
I don't even know if I was like. if
Yeah,
I
he
was
always has it
cognizant
with a small fry.
of what he could do. Like I don't even know if I knew what the action was at that point. I just knew something was gonna fucking happen if I
I
was
mean,
alone
as a
with
kid,
this
he
guy.
felt 9 feet tall. He could do whatever he wanted.
Fucking
Well, also,
Ronald
Carl had
McDonald.
grown up reading only horror stuff as a little kid, so he doesn't have any context for a clown being nice or friendly, I'm sure.
Definitely not. Fucking when have clowns ever been good? It's like
Pretty
you're
much.
I
a
haven't
bum.
finished it
Like,
yet,
what's a
but
fucking
Pennywise
clown?
seems
a clown
okay.
is like
Yeah.
clown is like I'm a bum from
Well,
the
dude.
17th century, and I'm gonna fucking. I'm so drunk that I'm just gonna prance around the street and hopefully entertain children, so I don't die of like fucking TB.
Jesus Christ!
That's what a
Just
fucking
got really
clown
serious.
is.
Now I
That's
feel
where
bad
could
for
come
clowns, man.
Like,
And then you go
Now I wanna
around
support a
like
clown.
fucking.
Ryan goes to support when instantly gets raped. It was all true.
And I tell you what, I still don't like Ronald McDonald.
Well, he still likes you.
you know, the other week I was pretty trashed, and
Right.
I started looking at Michael Jackson videos. Okay,
Oh God, where
And-
is this going?
I was, you know, the Remember the Time video, which I used to love it when I was a kid, but I was so trashed it creeped me out because all I pictured was him like as the crypt keeper. I kid you not, I just kept seeing him as the crypt keeper, and then
Hey,
on
kiddies.
YouTube, when you go and
Hey,
look
kiddies,
next to
you want to
it,
hear? You want to hear the scary story?
and,
Yeah,
and,
that
like,
was the other thing as well as a kid. It was like Ronald McDonald, Priest, and Michael Jackson. Do not fucking wear shorts around them. Like that was like what my parents told me.
How often are you hanging out around Michael Jackson?
I know.
He came to he vacationed in Ireland frequently.
Dude, when I was like a child when he died, I was like, yes, finally the evil is gone.
Your
We
parents
conquered it.
really drilled an insane fear in you from a young age, and I love
Well, I mean,
it.
if there's one thing,
Carl was the kid left out of the documentary.
dude, if there's one fucking thing to be fearful of, it's being taken off the backside by a strange man.
And one adorable little.
Yeah, you really
Irish
want to know the
boy.
guy if that's going to
The
happen.
guy in the documentary was actually my choreographer at Britney Spears camp, and he actually had us do a dance.
Wait,
yeah.
wait, what?
So,
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, how is this
Say
never?
Say that sentence again. Nobody
So-
talk.
When I was a kid, I was scouted and I went to Britney Spears camp. I shit you
Sound good.
not. for singing and dancing. Yeah. So I performed for Britney Spears
I'd like to
and
have
everything.
you back on the podcast to make fun of this.
Wade Robinson was my choreographer, one of the choreographers there. Yeah, I worked with Doc Holliday. He was my vocal coach. Yeah, I had
Cowboy.
no. He was. I was amped to work with him. He was Mariah Carey's vocal coach, so it was like an honor. Like
You should have heard Mariah Carey before she came through there.
But
Yeah, she was a cowboy.
But yeah, so yeah, Wade Robinson was the choreographer there. And like Anson Mount was one of my acting teachers. This guy Anson Mount that he was on Hell on Wheels and everything. Yeah, he was
the Black Bolt.
Well, he was also in the Britney Spears movie. You know, he was
That's
the boyfriend.
hilarious.
So
That
yeah,
poor
and
man.
he was actually the nicest guy in the world. But Wade Robinson choreographed a dance to Michael Jackson. So when I saw some of the documentary and saw he was the one that did the documentary, I was like really thrown off. And they show a clip from Britney Spears camp there in the documentary. Needless to
Kayla's
say,
there with a brick in
I
hand.
just love that there's something called Britney Spears camp.
it was a performing arts camp. Yeah,
Sign
look it
away
up.
your rights to
I
your
was
parents.
Performing
And
arts.
I was
also,
on
I'm
MTV
like,
Diary. The Diary
I'm like,
of
how do
Britney
we
Spears.
get into Britney
Just
Spears
clip to me.
camp now as grown men without
So-
getting
Britney Spears
arrested?
is in Britney Spears camp right now.
So,
Yeah, right.
But needless to say, I didn't end up going. I went back for a reunion thing, and then they wanted me to go another year, but I had to write a thing. And when I wrote my paper, they're like, "Why do you idolize Britney Spears?" And I was like, "Britney Spears is not my idol. I respect her as a performer, but she's not my favorite artist." And I was like, Mariah Carey is a far superior singer and songwriter, and so I didn't get
Damn.
to go back in. Yeah, my dad's like, "You're a fucking idiot." My dad always talks it up. He's like, "That was when you
You're
were
going to
supposed to
Britney Spears
lie."
camp.
She
What the
got
hell?
home and her dad was like, "It's Britney, bitch."
Your dad's always spot on with his opinions too.
My dad's like, "You were supposed to lie. This is the one time it's acceptable for you to fucking lie." Like, I was all crying. I was devastated because I couldn't get to like do all the performing arts stuff, you know, because we didn't grow up with like a lot of money. So like getting to do all that stuff and have all this training and work with all these amazing people, it was awesome for me, you know.
The
So-
Boston in you couldn't help but neg Britney Spears.
Well, you know what? She just was not she wasn't my idol. I wasn't going to sit and write a paper and lie and write how much she's my idol and how I idolize her. I was like, no. Like, no. Mariah Carey is my favorite singer and one of the greatest songwriters. So
Well, is there a fucking
Shut up.
Mariah Carey camp?
there
Doesn't
is,
she
but
like
only
not
for the
write
state of
her
New
own
York.
music?
She does write her own music. Absolutely. She also has composed some of her own music too. And anything that she's covered has been better
Written
than the
by
original.
her.
No, she
Anything
hasn't.
She's covered.
Anything
She's
that
also written.
No, she didn't write anything that she covered that another person wrote. She actually better.
Those are bold
I don't
words. Those are bold words.
This is like
Kayla.
such a 1992 conversation.
What? 1992? I was like 2 years old. So what are you,
well,
what are you
whatever.
talking about?
Yeah, we're not that old, Carl.
Jeez, are you aging
What are
me?
you-
Kayla's very
Like,
literal.
Didn't you
Yeah,
just
like
have a
40
birthday
something years.
recently? How old are you?
It's like 23. He's a
That's
baby.
I'm 24. Well, thank
Oh,
you for taking a
24.
year off.
You're
she
24.
She
Girl's about to get hit by a brick from across the
COVID.
pond.
Yeah.
Look out your window.
Crack.
Dude, it's funny. That's the one shit that fucking Irish people and like Mexicans have in common is Mexicans have that thing like the flying fucking shoe that their granny throws at their head,
Sandal.
and we have that same thing
Yeah, I
in
know.
fucking Ireland.
Yeah, my grandmother used to beat me with a wooden shoe on a stick, and she was
In
straight up
America,
Irish.
it's a
Like,
gun.
Shoe on a stick?
A wooden shoe
Yeah.
on a stick?
yeah.
What is a
sounds like
wooden
some fucking-
shoe on a stick?
It sounds like some fucking Amish punishment.
Whoa, my cat is.
She used to
passed out
also make us
behind me.
grab
Yeah, she wanted
sticks
shoe.
from the backyard. And my
Okay,
sister was smart. My sister would get the big
Mulberry
stick
berry
because when
so
they
far.
broke, she would stop. That's actually very good, Spencer.
Looks
I'm
like
very
Walter
proud of you.
Goggins, kind of.
Oh, man.
It almost
That's
looks like Nick
actually
Nolte
very
a
good.
little bit.
Full screen.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
screw
be
you,
so
asshole.
surprised, Kayla. Hot damn. It was like a guy version of Nancy Drew. Oh, I'm reading Beth's comment. From,
I'm actually Spencer.
Jeff
I know you
and
can do good work.
Carl talking about.
I'm impressed that you finished something on air. That's what I'm impressed
Oh,
with.
I'm not done yet, and I think I want to watercolor it. I want to dick around with watercolors.
I haven't dicked around with watercolors in years.
Can I
I
tell
don't
you?
know if I have them around though.
Ryan, that looks great.
I'm gonna step away and get another drink and water some bushes real quick though. I need a refill on the whiskey. And if I'm thirsty, that means the bushes are extra thirsty.
You cannot be going in the bushes in your new house.
No, I'm not pissing on my brand new bushes. What am I?
Don't you have cats? Don't they get fucking
Caleb,
attracted to all that shit?
And don't
Yeah,
kill the bit,
they're
Kayla.
indoor
We need the
cats.
audience to think he actually goes outside and pees on his bushes all the time.
I've definitely
It's a
peed
bit-
outside since we've been here. And if
It's part of his
Beth's still
mythology
listening,
now.
I'm about to get slapped for
It's
that.
pure lore.
Yeah, pure lore.
Spencer lore.
I'll be back in a minute though.
Book 1 of Spencer says it right there. Chapter 2. He must piss in bushes.
One of the funniest things that happened with Spencer was at a Terrificon. Something Peter Semetti said to him. It was so fucking hilarious because Spencer came in with like all these boxes to help Peter, and his hair was all fucking crazy. He had like leaves in it, and Peter's like, "Where'd you just ran through the woods or something?" Like he was all disheveled and everything. Like, so Beth is an angel. Beth packs Spencer a sweat rag. So, like, because he sweats profusely, his hair is everywhere.
Now, did she hack it, or did she have a bunch in a bag ready to go?
No, she packed them. Beth
Yeah,
is like a superior human. She had it ready because he would forget. She's like, here's a sweat rag. What are you doing? Oh, hell no. Hold on. I'm going to kill one of my cats right now.
Oh, no, let us watch.
Jesus.
No. Get down. Oh, my God.
She always kills him off screen.
But I'm like, this is like a
He loses
cliffhanger
her
to this
Twitch
fucking
stream
story.
preemptively.
Use the litter box. She was attempting.
And she won't remember what story she was telling when she gets back. She'll start telling
Sweat
some
rags.
other story, like a heroin addict.
Nothing will. The image of Spencer wiping himself down with sweat rags, like he's like
Oh my
a
God,
Rocky
she
movie.
just tried to take a piss in a short box of comics because she's in heat. I gotta get her fixed. This is like out of control.
Well, what's in the? What do you have in that particular box? Something she doesn't like?
I don't know. They're mainstream titles. It's the Hellfire Gala's in there.
She's like, I smelled new X-Men in there. I need to piss on that.
And not Grant Morrison's new X-Men.
I like the Grant Morrison run. I love that run.
There's got to be like a definite proportion of like modern comics that end up as kitty litter, right?
I have been trying to get through the Hellfire Gala. I have been trying so hard. And it's just bad.
I loved how fucking cuckolded they were that they put a Kevin Feige cameo in the book. And it's like, you fucking idiots are working for slave wages while this fucker builds a mansion with literally every property he takes from you. You fucking idiots. And you put a cameo to that fucker. You should be doing everything opposite to what he's doing in his movies just to fucking make a statement, just to make shit interesting. And you fucking cooked up retards.
I was upset because they said that Chris Claremont wrote something for the books, okay? What they didn't specify. So this is how they got me. I was like, oh, he's writing a book. This is going to be awesome. They basically just reprinted one of his stories that had a gala scene in it from the Hellfire Club. Like the ball. And I was like, these motherfuckers. You know, it's just after House of X, it's like I can't really read X-Men. It's bad, and then this week with all the crazy people with the Wolverine stuff, like it's X-23 and they're like, oh, it's dehumanizing. I'm like, you people are the same people that said Rachel Summers looks great in her Hellfire Gala costume. And I won't get over that, because if you want to talk about like
You
dehumanizing stories for a character, you guys have never read Days of Future Past, and you would understand she's in a fucking slave costume where she was a slave to Ahab and was forced to kill mutants and felt all their grief and pain, and you guys are shipping this costume, but calling her X-23 is they're crazy. These people are crazy.
Well,
There's
I know
one
one
Wolverine.
thing.
There
When
is
I
one
read an
Wolverine.
X-Men comic, I want to see Patton Oswalt. That's my number one fucking thing. I want to see a
You wanna
cameo
see-
from Patton Oswalt in all my
Doing
X-Men
what?
comics. Otherwise,
Doing
I'm
what?
not buying them.
Doing what?
Like he was in the Hellfire Gala. That's all I want. That's going to drive up sales, guys. Patton Oswalt is a new member of the team. He uses his
man,
severe, unlikable
Did they draw a bunch of
personality
like other
to turn off the
famous
villains.
people into the book or something?
Yeah, like every single guy that you can imagine that they would is in it.
I think Conan O'Brien was in it.
Yeah, because he's
Who
always
else?
been such a huge supporter of comics and helped sales.
Yeah.
His
name
name
is
is Conan.
The only thing
And
that
we
I
used
could
to
ever
publish the Conan book in the 1970s, so we should put him in our book.
the best version
honestly-
of
it's like
Conan right
a
now is the
fucking-
Cimmerian. That's honestly the Marvel Conan. Like this is like a shame. The Cimmerian by Ablaze Publishing is the best version of Conan that exists.
Yeah, well, it's the
today.
European one, right? It's the European reprints, right?
It's amazing. It's raw, uncut Robert E. Howard's work. It's great. If you haven't read any of the Cimmerians, I highly suggest it. I even went back and realized that they did my favorite. My favorite is the Queen of the Black Coast, because I love Belit, and they even did that. So it's awesome. Like Ablaze rocks for doing that, because the Marvel one, and I don't understand the Savage Avengers thing. The art for the Savage Avengers is pretty decent. The guy that does the art is pretty good with the Wolverines and the Conans. He does a good Wolverine, a good.
That's the
Conan.
last thing I want to see is
But-
Conan put in with all those really terrible characters.
They're making a thing with him and Spider-Man and trying to make Conan a villain. Like, Conan is not made for this freaking time. He's a fan. Keep it in fantasy and character, and
Yeah, it's like when they put
bring out of it.
Constantine in with regular DC people, and you're like, these worlds don't need to mix like this.
No, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Although I like Constantine with the Zatanna, that whole thing. That makes sense to me. So I liked that.
There's a great, I think it's Paul Jenkins, Hellblazer stuff.
Yes.
That shit's good. And they're
Yeah.
always like, they're all just one-off stories, like
Mhm.
short, sort of like two-parters or whatever. Some of them are so just out there. Like he goes back to like Liverpool or whatever. And like the fucking crazy mother of like his friend that he grew up with is like possessed by some fucking weird spirit thing, and there's like a monkey or something. I don't know. It's trippy, but I remember being like, this is so fun.
Jenkins can write some
Yeah.
stories. He wrote some good Darkness stuff too.
Oh, it's Darkness. It's a great hook. I love the art for the Darkness too.
Yeah, Jenkins wrote the Keown run.
I never got into that. And I love Silvestri, but I never got into
Silvestri, that's
Darkness.
what I couldn't think of his name for a minute. Thank you.
Yeah.
Silvestri. He
It's
did
not
a lot of my
favorite
X-Men
Silvestri
too.
stuff.
I like his X-Men stuff too.
Apparently he's been working on like a Batman book for years now.
Yeah.
Every now and then they like tease it, and then they're like, oh, it's going to take another 60 years.
I mean, my favorite Batman stuff
already been over 10.
Was done by Jeff Loeb.
He started it when I was at Top Cow. Like he started working on the very first pages, like right at the end of my run at Top Cow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I first saw it in like Wizard.
God, man, sometimes I forget I'm talking to like legit people. I'm just sounding
Oh, yeah,
like
I'm
an
fucking legit.
unhinged fucking retard.
So-
And I'm talking to actual legit people.
Yeah, that's right. I read Wizard.
Yeah, Jeff's drawn one comic and read Wizard, so watch the fuck out.
pretty much an expert in all things.
I miss Wizard
I
magazine,
watch
like the one I grew up with.
I watch Ed Piscor, so you better watch the fuck out because I'm legit.
Whoa.
See, I could never get into a Wizard. It wasn't. I didn't like it, and then I tried
Or
to.
something?
I tried to subscribe to it just to because it was the business I was in. So I was like, hey, I'll keep up to date with stuff like that. And then I always had trouble with getting the delivery. Like I'd get 6 of them out of the 12 for the year or something.
Really?
So I just everyone's like Wizard magazine. I'm like, nah, whatever. Screw that stupid magazine.
Because it's magic if it
Miller
shows up.
ripped it up at a convention. Like he went up on stage and just ripped it apart, and he's like, "This is what's wrong with the industry."
I think it was pretty much a crappy tabloid, but go ahead, Carl.
That's how a lot of pros feel, from what I've gathered. They kind of drove up speculation on a bunch of shit and helped burst the bubble.
Well, and it was all popularity games too. It was
like everything.
Really, all about yeah.
That's like
literally
the
had a
websites
top
now.
10 most popular each month of artists and writers.
Yeah, well, if you look at any comic book website too, the top advertisers for the websites are like the big 2, and then they just praise every big 2 comic that comes out indiscriminately. Like, you can't get any unbiased opinions on comics for the most part without going to YouTube these days, and that's why it pisses off these people, because you're taking money away from the outlets that have had a nice cushy setup for a really long time.
I just want to read good stories,
you have to just, they're out there. You just gotta go out and find them. Is the whole thing.
I mean,
you can't really trust a lot of the
that We Live series that I read last year, how it was setting up for its own universe and everything. That was a great comic series.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Oh, that book was phenomenal. Even that Nuclear Family that company's putting out right now. What is it? Who is doing that? I can't remember right now. But it's great. I mean, I just want to read a good X-Men book again. That's what it really comes down to. I just want to read a good X-Men story because I grew up with X-Men and it breaks my heart.
I've been hearing good things
old good X-Men stories.
I have all of it.
I've been hearing good things about the new one that came out, but
I haven't gotten it. I got to read it to see. I know that I heard the art was good, but as far as the story, I haven't heard it. But then they're doing 50 something freaking covers or 26 different covers for it, I believe.
I saw some art from that, and it looked cool. Pepe Larraz has been doing all that stuff though, and it all looks good. But it's all sort of isn't it like everything is forgotten by next week? I feel like that's so much with modern comics now. It's everything.
Well,
is
nothing means anything. Anything that's canon is just
I just know that they're not going to take them to any place or any level where it's gonna last, or it's gonna change, or it's gonna affect something.
You never know, man. You got to keep reading every one.
I just think it's weird. People think there's been any good X-Men comics in the last 20 years.
Well, yeah. No.
I didn't mind the all new X-Men run, to be honest. I thought it was actually decent. Was it bad? The all new, whatever it was a few years ago.
Oh,
actually, I guess I didn't mind some of the Grant run. Some of that was pretty cool.
Of course, you didn't.
I didn't mind the Grant
run.
I
what about Astonishing?
I don't like John Cassidy's art. Is it John Cassidy? Wasn't that it?
Yeah.
I don't. His art's real stiff and real kind of. People don't look muscly. They look chubby.
I meant Uncanny. I was mostly just thinking Uncanny, just that kind of core realm. But then that does fall into that because it's kind of.
I like the Uncanny.
Those characters and stuff. It was good. It was probably the best thing Joss has ever written, and had the most editorial help and help from other creators. So, that's the only thing he ever wrote that I kind of liked. But then again,
he go back to the fucking Sylvester and Jim Lee stuff.
Yeah, that
Yep.
stuff.
Should have called it quits there, guys.
Well, yeah,
love
once
Claremont
Jim Lee killed real Psylocke and brought in Slut Psylocke, that kind of killed it for me too. Like that was that era was like when it was all about the sales at that point, which it should be about sales, but at that like it wasn't about caring about the story anymore. So it was like I was like, okay, I'm out.
X-Men 4, the issue where they introduce Omega Red. Don't even buy it for Omega Red. Don't even read it for that. There's like there's a 3-page sequence where the X-Men play basketball, and it is fucking masterpiece. Like it's a masterpiece of introducing your characters, showing off their personality, showing off their powers, and showing off the dynamics between each one in 3 pages, and it looks fucking badass. It's so good. It's
Yeah,
peak.
Jim was rocking it back then. Even though I'm not a big fan of the guy, he was. I agree with you there.
Figure drawing says Joe Mad Uncanny Rum is pretty good.
It's like that was huge when I was like a middle school and teenager. It was like what everybody was reading.
It's great fanfic. No, I'm just kidding. I don't
I
have a
remember
problem with it.
Lionel Yu did some did some X-Men stuff. I think he did some Wolverine stuff, and then he did some X-Men stuff, and it was that Uncanny X-Men where it was like, I think Cyclops was dead or something. Cable looked badass. He had like Cyclops's visors around his neck.
Oh yeah,
They had all
that's
these
right.
weird outfits.
I remember
and
that.
I saw that when I was a kid, and I
Was
think
that
that was
like-
when Colossus was like merged with the Juggernaut shit or whatever. And I just saw that when I was a kid, and I was like, "This is badass, man." I was like, "Holy
I
shit!"
think that was
I didn't
when
know.
Ladron was doing the Cable series.
Oh, I loved. Yeah, and he's like aping Kirby the whole way through.
Yeah.
He did like 2 big fucking volumes of shit like that, and it's all great. I think one of them, like, he goes to Wakanda or some crap.
I haven't looked at Ladron stuff in a while. That's such. Oh. Now I want to go look at that stuff.
I really liked what's his name, Igor Kordy, when he took over for Cable. I think it was originally called like Soldier X or something like that. But it was like this guerrilla warfighter sci-fi story with Cable. It was just so different from everything I had read at that time, which is just like traditional superhero stuff. And it was taking this character who's always been like so sci-fi and like Terminator-ish, and he made him into this like Slavic soldier fighting in like Afghanistan and Central America and stuff. Nobody read that?
No,
I remember
Pretty
seeing
cool.
something
That
with
sounds
Soldier
wacky.
X, and wasn't it just a dude with like
Okay.
an X on his, like an X carved into his face, and he wore like a black leather jacket or something?
It's right there. You want to read this book?
Oh, no.
Let's see if I can find some of the covers. It had some really cool covers. Oh, this right here.
Oh, I'm looking it up. Yeah, I've seen some of
This
those
one right here.
covers.
You guys see that?
I can't tell on my phone. It's so small.
Oh.
Looks cool.
So small, so small.
Yeah, it was a really cool, like, toned down story. I mean, it still had like all these sci-fi elements and stuff, but it's just him going around like fighting in these like banana republics and stuff.
I always like saying there's no good X-Men stories because then everyone starts bringing up
Pisses
stuff that they like.
everybody off.
Get some-
No, not even
Creepy stuff
pissing them
going
off,
on
but
here.
that, like everyone starts bringing up stuff that I haven't read or heard of.
I haven't said anything
Probably won't either.
so far, but I've never read an X-Men book.
You've
Triple
never read
zero.
an X-Men book?
Never read a superhero book.
Oh damn! You.
This is
Oh wow,
dope.
that looks great, Jeff.
Yeah, I drew it.
I'm
Awesome.
jealous of Trevor.
You didn't
Yeah,
draw
you
that.
might be the luckiest man in the world.
I got hooked on
Why
Tales
is it
from the
when I
Crypt when I was
show
a kid, and that was it.
Let him talk, Kayla.
Yeah, damn.
Jeez, we have a
Sorry.
guest. Let him talk.
I'm distracted by
Jesus.
Jeff's art. Jeff's art book there. Sorry.
What were you saying,
we-
Trevor?
Then I got hooked on Tales from the Crypt and Warren magazines when I was a kid, and that was it for me.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that's it. Didn't mean to interrupt. I thought I'd just say hi.
No,
Oh,
I
no, it's all
interrupted you.
good.
I'm gonna go back to my cave.
He's like, I didn't
Please
mean to get
don't, Trevor.
Kayla yelled at like that. It's all good. We're
Oh,
just
it's
joking
her.
around there.
Yeah, it's her whole shtick.
That's
You got
fine.
Yeah, Ryan's taking over the yelling at Kayla part for right now.
My granddad had all these.
First half of the show.
My granddad had all these like not European albums, but like UK albums and the UK annuals and stuff, which they were so fucking cool, but they were weird. Like there was entire like UK Ireland comic books that were just about like footballers. Like one was called like soccer players. I mean, with your fucking weird American tongue.
Yeah, get it right.
Yeah, like Roy of the Rovers or whatever, and I was like, every fucking comic book was about a guy playing a soccer match, and this guy like, and I guess it was I never read that shit, but there was one called Action, that was like, the like it blew 2000 AD out of the water. Like 2000 AD couldn't stand up to this shit because it was like these stories about like a hunter chasing down this giant crocodile. And like really bloody, really action. There was one called Hook, and it was about a shark. Like it was reverse Jaws. It was like Jaws was hunting down these people. And there was one called Cobra,
Isn't that
and he was
Jaws?
like the only superhero. No, but it was like from the view of the only view of the shark. Like the shark, the pitch is like the shark gets a hook caught in his nose, and he's like on the hunt for whatever bastard put this hook in his nose, you know.
It's like Jaws 3, Jeff.
Oh, 3D.
But there was this one superhero strip called Cobra, and it was the trippiest looking superhero ever. And his head, he had like a big cobra, like snake head, and the head would inflate, like the cobra hood would inflate, and he would like float away via his like head. It was fucking weird looking,
That
man.
rocks. That sounds like something I would write.
The comic
Yeah,
was
look
called
it up.
Cobra.
It was called something like Cobra or King Cobra, or his name was like Ben King, you know, because he's the King Cobra or something. It was something weird like that. And I remember like the scales on his suit could contract, like, so wherever you would shoot him or stab him, they would contract to like armor that section, and then they could like electrify and shit. They just threw in everything because they were trying to compete with the
I
overseas
made Dirty
shit.
Harry's gun way too big. Also, I'm
No such
pretty
thing.
drunk.
I'll try to find a picture of
It's
I know what you're talking about. I'm friends with Stas Johnson, and I've seen some of the work he's done. And through him, I learned Hookjaw and the other characters. And I tell you, the British comics, the European comics, for the most part, it's fantastic what's getting produced over there. I love it.
Yeah, they set a crazy bar over there.
Well, I don't know about the
read
UK
the
shit
Spanish.
anymore. I mean, I see the UK shit now is like just like 2000 AD is like as down the shitter as fucking everybody else.
The Lou?
It's just
Oh,
like
come
boring.
on.
Like
Nothing on that?
Nope, you're alone, Jeff.
I didn't hear it.
I said
Sorry.
the Lou? Come on.
Hey, Spencer, share my
Come
thing.
on.
This is King Cobra.
Oh, hang on a second. Sorry. My drawing table is like feet away from the computer. Oh, man.
See this shit?
Huh.
He's crazy looking. King Cobra Strikes Back.
say
And
I've
look at
seen
the
that.
background. There's no cities. There's no skylines. It's like jolly old England tenement houses in the fucking back. There's no skyscrapers.
There's some kid calling somebody governor down there.
Yeah.
Asking for more?
There's like a bunch of soccer hooligans beating up some fucking kid because he wore the wrong t-shirt. He wore the wrong colors.
That mask looked awesome, though.
Yeah, like the sides of it inflate, and he like it's kind of dopey. The sides of it inflate, and then he's like lifted by his head. which sounds dangerous.
He's just crushing
My
his
lights are
skull with a
flickering
giant
here.
inflatable balloon.
We might be losing power again. So if I cut out, my power is gonna be lost.
Oh yeah, I think we're getting hit by storms again too. I think I saw
we
lightning
are
flash
right
a
now.
little while ago.
We are right now. It just started downpouring, but we didn't have power for 3 hours today. Then yesterday, we didn't have power for like 7 hours, and then the day before that, 5 hours. Like the power grid, a few trees, like knocked down into the power lines out here. But then they didn't even bother to trim the remaining tree branches that are resting on the power lines, so they look like they're gonna break down too.
This is like the most half-assed horror monologue ever.
Yeah. If that was the intro to your fucking horror movie,
reason.
I'm stranded in the
You're whispering like there's someone
the thing
looking
is
for
outside.
you.
I don't know if the thing is going to get in or not. McCready is loading the shotgun
Oh,
and
no,
he's
it's
drinking again. I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
like,
if
can
I'm
you
ever
tell
gonna
us
make
what
it
the
through
storm
night.
is wearing?
Yeah. I'm zoning out, staring at what Ryan and Shelby are inking.
That's the other thing too. I'm watching.
I locked myself in the car. Travis the chimp is ripping
looks
off my
so
neighbor's face. I can't get him
awesome.
off. I don't know what he's
I love
wearing.
that.
Killing
He's
it.
just,
It's looking good.
dude,
Oh,
that's
shit.
badass. That's so cool.
Yeah. The stuff I don't like to draw, I just throw black on it.
I'm real bad at
That's
that.
experience talk there.
I suck at spotting blacks, man. I don't have that confidence. I was looking at a bunch of Mike Mignola shit the other day.
Right.
Somebody like
Excellent.
uploaded
Some background details.
Yeah, I saw this guy uploaded like an insane cover gallery of Mike Mignola stuff, like really weird stuff. Like, because every time you look him up, you're just gonna see like Hellboy, you know. And this guy had like everything from the beginning, and it's so cool looking at his style, like his early shit.
That might be that. I'm pretty sure that he has like an insane dude that collects like a ton of his stuff, so it might be that guy.
No, this was like scans from issues that this guy had, like really cool scans.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say he has like a guy who buys a ton of his originals, or used to at least. I know he doesn't part with a lot of originals like he used to.
Yeah, man, his older stuff, I love that shit. Every time Mike Mignola puts out a cover now, it's like the same thing he's done before. It's like just a guy standing without shoulders, sword slumped at his side, and he has a like hang doggy eye look.
Oh shit! Carl's on a roll tonight.
I know.
Carl's out for blood, man.
In comics, it's like you just
Don't
have
say
to like
anything bad
not say
about our
anything
Adam.
ever. You just have to like shut the fuck up and not have any like personality at all. Like just have no opinion. No opinion unless it's a designated target.
Hey, you can gladly hate whatever you want here.
No hating our Adam.
This is a free space to hate.
Our Adam.
Yeah, just be prepared for pretty much everyone to disagree with you on all different things at all times. That's like 90% of this channel.
I invite it.
Actually,
that's why
tonight we have an
I'm
argument,
out for blood.
Spencer.
Like Jeff and Ryan
actively looking
refuse to
for
admit
fucking
that
conflict.
Jake Gyllenhaal is incredibly hot.
Oh, don't fucking dude! Last time we talked
When did
about
we
that,
say
I was
that?
up until like 5 o'clock in the morning with you guys talking about
Spencer
that
likes
shit.
to make things up,
Yeah.
stir up drama.
Is that gaslighting that he's doing? What's he doing? I want to get the term right.
He's instigating. I wouldn't say
I think we said we wouldn't bang him if we were stuck up on a mountain with him, and you were like, "I would." Ah.
Yeah,
I said,
That was actually a quote. Ah.
I said I wouldn't consider it stuck up on a mountain.
If I was stuck in a mountain with anybody, I'd probably consider it.
That's the honesty I'm looking for on this.
I don't know if you can sit there and claim you're a strong enough man. I mean, we're born in sin. we'll return and sin. You know.
And you're taking Jake Gyllenhaal? Is that what you're telling me, Carl?
Hey, you could have uglier men up on that mountain with you, Kayla.
I want to be up on a mountain with Kit Harington.
How do you know he's not going to just fuck some other dude on the mountain with him?
Well, you
then
fucking
that's-
killed
Why do you assume that
guy.
you're getting him?
Well, that's the best of both worlds, because then I got 2 dudes to hang out with, and I don't have to have sex with anybody.
But then you get turned down by Jake Gyllenhaal. You're like, hey Jake, I know we're gonna like die up here, so do you want to do it? And he's like, no, I'm
Yeah,
still
how
Jake
many-
Gyllenhaal.
How many dudes can say that?
Uh,
I'd be like,
God.
fair point, Jake Gyllenhaal. Let's just enjoy this sunset.
I'm just gonna watch you two guys go at it.
Yeah.
waiting for the fucking the ghost.
got
of
Survivor
Ramos to
cucks.
come around the
Yeah,
corner with
Gyllenhaal.
a
You
fucking bow and
can do
arrow.
it. I'm gonna cook some beans.
Well, if we have beans, I don't think we're gonna die yet.
Yeah.
Though I'm
Yeah,
not a
we
big
can
I
fan
was
of
find
beans.
thinking of a live situation where your plane
I'm up
crashed
there in my gay
and you're
cowboy
eating
commune.
bodies.
Oh, I'll eat whatever I have.
And you're
to.
like, hey, before I
You know
eat your
what?
body, maybe I should rub up on it.
So
Hey,
in,
before I eat the stewardess, you guys want to do it?
in an
Yeah, you gotta
English
tenderize the meat.
class, we had to we were reading a story about, I'm trying to think of what the famous, it was very famous, it happened here in the USA. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like
Donner Party?
9/11.
yes, the Donner
It's
Party.
I was
famous.
like, are you
Okay,
kidding me?
like I couldn't
It's a
think for
famous thing that
second.
happened in the USA.
Well, yes, because it involved
Narrows down.
cannibalism.
Was
So
it born in the
teacher-
USA?
The teacher asked, like, and this was an English class. We were reading. It was I forget what it was. It's some piece of work, and then we had to do a writing thing on it. And he asked
I'm
the
still
class.
blown away how Jeff even got that.
Which
'Cause I was talking about eating people, and so as soon as she said it was a famous thing that happened in America, I was like, oh, it's gotta
Yeah.
be Donner Party.
I couldn't.
I was
remember
thinking
for
of
a
what
minute.
was that thing, the
So-
Dyatlov Pass in Russia?
I don't know, but that's Russian.
Oh.
not
Yeah,
American.
same thing. That's the Russian version.
So basically, the teacher asked, he's like, so, you know, the conflict here is like, what would you do to, you know, what would you have to do, you know, to survive? Like, who here, if would you rather get eaten or would you eat another person to live? And I was the only person in the class.
Yes.
I said, I'm not fucking dying. No one's gonna fucking eat me. So if it's kill or be killed, I guess I'm gonna fucking eat another human being because I'm not gonna die. And everyone looked at me and they were like, oh my God. I'm like, so you're gonna really just lay there and let someone kill you? It is.
It's
Kayla's
Kayla
actively
or
killing
Kayla.
people.
like,
What age were you when this question was posed?
this happened in college. This was literally.
Oh, okay. I
this
thought it was
literally
like when you
last
were.
year.
Yeah, that's a bit of a simple
There's like,
question for college. I
there's
thought
like
this was
Kayla's-
being
I'm like,
posed
it's
when you
kill
were
or
like,
be killed. You're gonna tell me you're gonna lay there and let someone freaking kill you? No
Well,
Kayla's
way.
bus
I am
breaks
a
down.
natural
All right,
born
it's kill or be killed.
survivor.
I want to survive.
Well, there's like
you know, I
written
am a
accounts.
natural born survivor. There's
yeah.
no way I'm just gonna let somebody
Eating people
murder
ties
me.
into that perfectly.
Well, no,
Uh,
it's being in that scenario. They
There's
didn't
like
have
written
a
accounts
choice.
though of people eating people, and supposedly we taste like pork. So
I would never do.
you'd
you know what I'm
you'd
saying?
eat a person on the side of a mountain to survive, and be like, God damn, people are delicious.
And I'd hope
and
I
that's
wouldn't get
crazy.
Kuru virus, okay? Because
Yeah, and then you're doomed. You and Kuru virus. You're like a one woman conspiracy theory.
the CDC has me marked.
Don't worry, you'll never need to eat a person.
well, if you do eat a person, you gotta. I think you have to. You have to stay away from the brain because you
What?
get like a
Yeah, that's how you get
diseased brain prion.
Kuru. Yeah, you get a
and you-
Kuru virus,
yeah,
Carl.
Kayla knows all about it, dude. She
Yeah, it
literally.
gives you the shakes and shit.
We
turns into
somehow
magic.
get onto this
Just
like
Bill Jacobson.
monthly.
Yeah.
That's what happens. They feed cows,
Oh, God.
cows eat like diseased brain prions, and
prion
they go
disease-
insane.
Fascinate me. There's so many. Even fatal familial insomnia is one. Like I called the CDC when I was a kid, and I got into major trouble about that. Like because I asked the right questions, well, the wrong questions, and they called
The
back.
right
and-
question.
You know where I can get some anthrax?
well, I wanted
Kayla
to
was
know
Alex Jones as a kid.
like
There's
my
something
father
going
had
on.
to like break it down.
Nothing's
Like, this is my
changed.
social.
No one's asking the right questions about
Excuse me,
eating humans.
CDC, do you know they're turning the frogs gay?
They were like, "How did you get this information on like Dead Island?" You know, I played Dead Island, so I
Yeah,
wanted to know, like-
Kayla's gonna leave. Kayla's gonna leave the Death Curse crew to go join InfoWars.
Can you imagine?
Their
fucking-
Kuru consultant.
Like,
Did you
in
guys
all,
see
have
the-
you ever seen the like other people on Infowars? Like Alex Jones looks normal, and then they're all like these
Yeah, he
really
does.
pasty, weird guys.
All Joseph Watson and
Yeah,
stuff.
all those
Yeah,
pasty
they're all
weird
like
guys
these-
got to inject roids into his butt.
Wait, someone was about to ask if we ever saw something, and I'm trying to. Who did we ever see? What?
Oh, no, he already
I was
got
just gonna
eaten.
Say, I had watched. It was an ex. There was someone being interviewed. They were an ex-employee of Infowars, and she was talking about how he would just talk about really outlandish stuff on the show, and it was all sort of like selling the sizzle, right? But then when they actually, like, part of her job was actually looking up source material and stuff. She was basically saying that everything he said was actually true to a degree. Like there was experiments that were turning frogs like gay, and she goes, it's like an actual thing. But what he would do was he would sensationalize it, right?
Oh yeah, he just hypes up a bunch of insane stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like,
So
Mhm.
yeah, so she was saying basically, essentially everything that he was saying was like true stuff, but it was like,
well, that was like the human-animal hybrids. Like right after he got pulled off of YouTube and everything, China came out and was like, "Okay, so we might be making human-animal hybrids."
Technically, there are already chimeras that exist.
Hilarious.
There was a whole study done on women that, like, you can look into this. There was a whole study done on women like that have had like
We're in the Twilight Zone era.
numerous
it's a good
sexual
time from here on
partners.
out.
They had numerous sexual partners and have multiple like children by different guys, and have had like numerous like unprotected sexual partners. What happens is like part of the DNA bond, so they're essentially like a chimera. I was reading this whole thing. It was like I shit you not.
And
Yeah.
that's how you get
Look,
Island
yeah,
of
where are
Paro.
you reading this nonsense?
Yeah.
no, that is true.
Thank
but
you.
I
Your
wanted to
DNA
know- wanted to know-
changes.
No, yeah,
no,
yes,
that
No.
is true.
it's your RNA. It's your
It's
RNA.
your RNA. Thank you.
yeah, when a dude, if a dude finishes inside of a chick, then she carries him for like 7 years. Yeah,
Mhm.
it changes her RNA. Yeah.
Oh
Cowabunga.
fuck yeah, I heard shit
Okay,
like that.
I
People that
get
have-
what you're saying now.
I remember
So
something
people
like
that have
that being a
multiple-
bad.
Yeah, Kayla just
Partners.
blanket statementing that sleeping with multiple people will permanently change your DNA. I was like,
well, no.
wait,
How can I explain it?
No, it's
Can,
no, it's
I
true.
don't think
It's
you-
true. They do.
can you get superpowers? Is that what that mom book was about?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I could go into this
She
another
doesn't
time
know
and
who the
like
dad is, but she
more
can swing
more
from her
depth
armpits.
and
Yeah,
and
you always bring
detail.
up the craziest shit when we're just trying to hang out and draw.
I'm very into like I don't
Crazy
know. I
shit?
probably was.
Oh, I
like,
know.
I was
Alexis
probably. Shut up.
Jones.
I'm only into crazy shit
That sounds
I'm
like
not
a
here for
porn
drawing
name, Spencer.
at all.
Mm.
I
I
thought it was something
literally-
to do. It wasn't something like if a dude, plants one in you, it does something with your fucking pheromones or whatever,
Well,
and that makes them all fucking haywire. And then like the guy leaves, and
Yeah.
then they go,
It
and then
makes a baby.
Yeah. Yeah, your pheromones are gonna be all fucked up because you're growing
I
a
haven't
person.
I haven't been taught about that stuff yet. So please, guys, can you?
so
some
you know,
decorum.
like we all
Tonight's
give off
birds and the
hormones.
bees with Carl.
What does it mean to finish in a woman?
This really went off the
Platformer.
rails fast tonight. As always, I don't know how we got here, but whatever. Nothing like watching you dudes draw and chatting with some potbelly for dinner. I thought he was calling one of us a potbelly for a second. I was like,
I thought that was you just saying that. That was just
Yeah.
what you were doing.
What is up, Peter? Palmiotti, J Martinez, figure drawing, Douglas, all the dudes.
What up,
I've been
GJ?
over here. We got both the Rexes in here tonight. Ara was in here. Hello, dudes. If you're still here, what is up? Sorry, I'm like all over the place right now. I can't be near my computer and my drawing table at the same time.
You know what? Someone
the
said
law.
imagine if it was a writing stream. If it was a writing stream, I would actually be writing because that is something that I can do. I
A
actually.
writing
you write?
stream would be miserable. What do you even?
What do you mean?
You
It would
guys
be
just want to
fun.
stare at my face while I
My
stare at a
theory-
computer screen and write?
You know
You guys
what?
want to
And
hear my keys click?
I loved in college, I would write the most, well, in my past year in college, I wrote some of the most obscure papers. Like I had a psychology teacher I couldn't stand. So I took a paper and basically we had to write about like different parts of the brains and this and that. And I turned it into like how zombification could be a possibility and what parts of the brain it would affect.
Oh, it can
if
be.
So. And
I
then
thought
I wrote a
this
whole
man was
paper on.
applying- Oh, I just muted him accidentally. I thought Shelby was applying like gold leaf or something to his.
Oh, my
food. I was like, what the hell is that?
You know what?
No,
My fat ass
I'm
thought it was like French onion
I'm actually
soup.
taking a photo of my food.
I thought it was French onion soup. That's what I thought it was.
Apparently,
just
Glenn
know it's-
Danzig loves French onion soup.
Well, now I know how we become best friends. Carl, you're a slam
Oh
dunk.
no.
Apparently, it's part of his thing. Like whenever he has a gig or whatever, people have to make him
Who?
French onion soup. Apparently,
a
like
writer.
it's some horrendous fucking personal combination that he has.
Part of his kicker. I based a character in the screenplay on Danzig because of all the talk we've been having.
Oh, Danzig. I can believe it.
Danzig is our deceased brain prions, Kayla.
Yeah. He's my mad cow, Danzig.
I've eaten his brains, and I'm gonna keep eating them.
Yeah, that guy there, he's basically crackhead Wolverine. He's got 2 little pieces of broom handle with 3 nails driven into him. He uses
Hey, but Wolverine's a little girl.
That's badass.
Yeah. Who's a big, strong boy now. Big, strong Danzig boy. Yeah, lots of weird shit. Why would I call you Potbelly? Because you've seen me. I need to ink mine. Tulsa. Oh, sorry.
That Tulsa Doom is so badass.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you.
I like the baby bangs.
I made him a little edgier. I didn't
Yeah,
make it as clean as his cut really is.
You gave him a baby bang.
Ruined.
That is called a baby bang in the hairdressing world.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a different term in Jeff's world.
Yeah, I wouldn't
That
try
term
that
means
term
something different in
around.
Jeff's world.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try that term around outside the hairdressing community.
Yeah. Don't say that
Well,
one in a
guess what?
police station.
I
They
have a
won't think you're
hairdresser
talking about a
license.
haircut.
I have a hairdresser license, so
Yeah.
You need a license to
am.
cut hair.
Little signature
yeah.
from
What
Jeffrey
the hell?
Epstein on the
You
back.
gotta work with chemicals and everything.
Wait, no, you don't need a license to cut hair, dude.
Yeah, you do.
Not
In a real
Yeah.
country, you do.
Not in Ireland.
What are you talking about? That sounds
I didn't say I'm
insane.
shearing sheep.
We need a license to watch TV.
I didn't say I'm shearing sheep.
I don't know. Carl's talking sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, in a free world, you don't need a license for anything, but
I'm a jack of all trades.
here we are.
Dude, if you
Jack of
don't-
what?
A Jill of all trades. I don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck. I am a person that has
Whose
many
trades? Is he a nice guy?
Holy Photoshop. That is
Oh,
Freaking
holy
horrible.
shit. Lightning going off right now. Can you guys hear that?
I don't know. All I can hear is the rain at my house. So
I can't hear it over the sound of my loud ass fan.
All
I
right,
was gonna
see,
say you can definitely hear the rain. I just want to make sure I'm not like ruining your guys' ears.
I can't hear anything except your beautiful voice.
Oh, perfect.
are you
your
talking
hearing's
about
definitely
a hairdressing
going, man.
license, like a fucking card, or are you
I have
talking
a
about just committing,
cosmetology,
just
like a
just-
cosmetology license. I have a license to own and operate.
It's a card she bought at Spencer's Gifts.
yeah, that's just crazy, dude. Some dude just, it's not like it's fucking Sweeney Todd. dude.
Yeah, we're going to eventually open the weirdest comic book shop ever. That's part comic book shop, part bar, part coffee shop, part hair salon, and maybe a tattoo shop. And you can
it's
just
not a
come
bad
in
idea.
and get it
'cause-
all done, man, all at once.
Yeah, I would
We're
do
like
that. I would go
Epcot for
in
hipsters.
once every month
Although-
and just get it done and be like, all right. See
I
you
mean,
later.
I just wanted to learn a trade. You know, the hair. When I went to a hair salon, I am not. a lot of the women, like, I don't give a shit what kind of woman hears this, but a lot of women that go into the hairdressing industry, that's like all that they can do, and they're very shallow individuals. And it was not my kind of
Kayla
people
can
to
also
be
do
around.
drywall and brickwork.
Brickwork
I used to
workers just
when I
throwing
had
bricks.
Yeah.
when I had like long crazy hair, I used to go to a Chinese woman's hairdressers to get my hair cut because they were like they knew how to do it
Yeah.
and they wouldn't like judge me.
She insisted on giving you a Fu Manchu.
But they would like treat me like a lady. I was like, that's so weird. You guys aren't like.
Yeah, you get that full shampoo job.
Yeah, they would like force them. I'd be like, no, I don't need it. Just fuck.
No,
cut the
you
fucking
have
thing.
to shampoo the hair.
All of a
and
sudden
get it
you're
nice
in
and
curlers.
clean and
Yeah, and then I come out and I look like a fucking poodle, and I'm wearing a fucking like.
So
a
I thought
Slayer
maybe
t-shirt.
Carl just didn't know. Like, he's young, maybe he didn't know. Like, you do have to do that in Ireland. I just assumed you would. And I looked it up, and no, he's right. It says to set up a hairdressing business in Ireland, it's advisable to have a completed, recognized course of study and training. No specific qualification is required, and you do not need to apply for a license to operate a salon in this
Jesus
country.
Christ! You know what? That is fucked up because
That's
I feel like that's
crazy.
probably
The
like
bloodborne
90% of
pathogens
You guys,
everything.
you guys,
Should
have
be.
to go
like
through,
you care
the
more about a
chemicals and
fucking
shit.
hairdresser license
Of
than
course.
Yeah, but do
Of
they deal with
course.
chemicals and everything? Holy shit!
America
Those would make someone go
will
bald.
America will literally tax you for everything. And that's all it is.
So
Oh,
it's
stop!
like
You're getting me hard.
Yeah.
Maybe
Sometimes
I
I
should
just
move
print
to
out a
Ireland.
piece of paper says taxes and I take it outside and I shoot at it.
I'm fucking half Irish. Does Ireland still want people of Irish
Although you know
descendants
what,
to
I
go
do
back
sort
over
of.
there? I should
I-
fucking go.
I do think that like maybe it's good to have stuff on the books because that Chinese women's hairdressers that I used to go to, they were up to some shit.
Are they money laundering?
They were selling hair.
I was just
They
seeing
were
some weird
cutting
shit
your
going on.
downstairs hair, too.
Yeah, they're making Merkins.
The Merkin sweatshop in the back.
What eventually became Apple.
Started in a garage.
Yeah, believe it or not, years ago, we used to make Merkins in Ireland.
I'm Steve Jobs, and I used to shave Chinese women in Ireland and make Birkins, and that's how I came up with
It's
Apple.
a really niche market.
One day I shaved an apple into a lady's butt.
They have to be Asian women living
One
in
day
Ireland.
I was like, what if you could send information from one Merkin to another?
What if we tied the Merkins together and we sent letters across it?
Like a series of tubes.
Find out what that Bill Gates guy's up to. I hear he's been making Merkins. He's copying our Merkin design.
Look at that toupee guy, Bill Gates.
Yeah, I want to know what this personal carpet is all about.
I got lights flickering on and off here.
Kayla's just fried.
Well, no, it's like some poltergeist shit going on here.
We're gonna see what the wind in the Elkins is doing real quick here. Oh, damn! Just off panel, there is a crowd of Mexicans being blasted with birdshot. Because that's basically 90% of that movie.
That drawing is what I wish the ending to No Country for Old Men was.
Oh, we
right.
lost Kayla. Have you ever seen Extreme Prejudice? That's basically what No Country feels like it's riffing on. It's like the balls to the wall version of that. Basically, like Nolte and I think it's Powers Booth. I haven't watched it in years, but Nolte and Powers Booth are like childhood friends. One grows up to be a criminal, the other one grows up to be like a ranger, and
A New York Ranger.
yeah.
But it's really cool because they play their childhood versions of themselves. They just put like little kid outfits on.
Yeah, they're mentally 6, but they're blasted.
I hate sixth grade.
It's this weird, like, I think it's set in Texas, if I remember correctly. like the Texas-Mexican border, and it's just like border town Hicks, small town crime, and it goes absolutely nuts. It's like Nolte and Rip Torn teaming up to take on Nick Nolte's childhood friend Powers Booth and his whole group of dudes. But it's just like a shitload of awesome character actors all like shooting them. It's a big shoot 'em up. It's kind of like a stacked cast like Michael Mann's Heat. It's just like a shitload of action guys from all different movies that have always played like bit parts in the movies or been a villain, and then they're all just brought in this one movie. It's insane, and it's like you get like a dialogue scene to set up a character or something, and then just a gunfight, and it's one of the most politically incorrect movies I think Milius ever wrote. Like I'm pretty sure the original trailer even had like slurs in it and stuff. It's pretty wild. It's an intense action movie though. And if you've never seen it, it's definitely worth a watch. I think the whole thing might be on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Well, I think I'm done for the night. I'll go ahead and I try to figure out how to show you what I've been working on.
I can pull you up.
Sorry about this. I don't know if that works.
Oh, what?
Oh man,
So I got that,
Wow.
and then
that is insane.
Oh, what? You're gonna have to share this on Twitter, dude,
okay.
Yeah, that's amazing.
so we can pass it around and see it in detail.
Yeah, you
Oh,
share it out.
man.
And we'll
So,
retweet it to all the
Sorry, I'm new to this. Forgive me.
Oh no, it's great, man. Looks awesome.
Oh my God, Trevor.
That's insane. Yeah, I did a scribble in the same. That's awesome, man.
Well, I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm so quiet through all of this. I don't know. I don't talk a whole lot.
Oh, it's all good, man. I get it.
Well, let me see what everyone else has been up to. I've been so busy focused on mine. I see Ryan Thulsa. There you go.
Here we go. I did that to put his little castle in the background. Some people
Word.
milling about, getting ready for some action, and threw a little Thulsa Doom logo over there.
Looks
I
good.
love those
That's great.
those like, how do you like those strokes you have in the background on the mountain, like the way they go, like real thick.
These?
Yeah.
That's just
That's
my
so
That looks like
dry
something
brush
Mark
of this.
Schultz would do.
Yeah, I'm a Schultz appreciator. I really like a lot of like his draftsmanship and his inking and stuff, especially.
Yeah.
I guess
Well,
that's
yeah.
all he does is awesome draftsmanship and inking. So I guess I
That's
like
right.
everything he does.
Lots of dudes digging Trevor's piece in chat.
Oh.
I didn't want to
Thank
pass
you.
that up beforehand.
No, I knew the chat would like Trevor's work. They're gonna flip when they see the stuff we got cooking.
Cool.
You guys are gonna absolutely love Trevor, all the Trevor's work.
Yeah, I am
Awesome.
excited to see it. We got Jeff here next. Still inking away on his Extreme Prejudice.
Oh.
The one we were talking about that's just absolutely nuts.
I heard that was like an ode to Peckinpah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The finale is straight up Peck and Paw Wild Bunch. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like for its time, it was a very modern, like Peck and Paw sort of Western vibe, and it's absolutely nuts. The shootouts are awesome. You can see so many things in it that inspired other movies from like even the last 2 decades. Like I love that the big ranch shootout. Where like Nolte's by himself and Clancy Brown's just like watching up on a hill. There's so many awesome shootouts in the movie. That's why I compare it to Heat. Is it just like it goes absolutely nuts, and I've always sort of considered Heat to be like a modern Western as well.
Okay.
But yeah, Extreme Prejudice, if you've never seen it, is definitely one to track down.
It's like one of those last movies full of just badass tough guys.
and everyone is that.
And
Well,
everyone is just an
knows what he's
ugly,
doing.
tough-looking dude.
Walter Hill knows what he's doing. He did the first Western I saw was The Long Riders. And
Oh yeah.
I love that movie. I watch it all the time. I have the soundtrack in the car. And and I heard he has a new Western coming out too sometime soon. Or it's gotta go film
Oh, really?
it. Yeah.
Oh, I have to check this out.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. That's awesome.
It's gonna have what the hell's his name? Christoph Waltz is gonna be in it.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. So
That's super cool.
well, okay. I'm running out of steam. It's been a long day over here. It's 9:30. I'm getting old.
Thanks for joining us, dude. Awesome work. Yeah, make sure to share that on Twitter like tomorrow or something so we can all see it better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it up there and figure something out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tag
well-
me in it and I'll get the word out for everyone to see it.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, dude. Thanks for hanging
Thank
out.
you.
Well, man.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was awesome
Good stuff,
meeting
dude.
you, and thanks again for coming
nice
on.
meeting you too. Y'all take care.
Take it easy.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Awesome.
Yeah. Trevor's like Gerald, I guess. Like you don't see what he's drawing, and then at the end, it's this amazing realistic piece. You're
Yeah,
like,
it just
"Oh,
whips out a
crap."
monster.
Yeah.
Oh. Phrasing.
Damn. More great lighting.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, man.
I'm behind the scenes. I've been harassing Shelby into doing a horror series, like even if it's 10 years from now.
Oh, don't worry, Shelby. He never gets tired of that, and he will keep bugging you for 10 years.
Yeah, I'm a persistent.
In case you were thinking of waiting it out, don't worry.
Yeah, we'll see about that in 2032.
You need a guy disappeared or something? Let's do this.
Right. When you have
Fuck
to,
you,
when you have to
Spencer. I'm
find
doing
nothing,
Rage Tality issue 50.
right? You got to find some underground printer because printing is illegal.
We'll do it. We'll make it happen.
We go back to fucking like monastery monks, and we're all copying one book.
Digging
50
up
dudes in
offset
one room.
printers buried under garbage.
Damn it! I have to go chant the next chapter to Spencer.
Yeah.
Inkers under the floorboards.
Scripts are written on skin now. Gross.
Instead of like the Christoph Wolf character from fucking Inglourious Bastards, it's Mickey Mouse.
I got my Dirty Harry with a giant gun. I also forgot I wanted to flip his the cylinder out so he was reloading, but then I remembered I'm pretty sure that one flips out towards his head, so it would just be covering his whole face. But I also made the gun obnoxiously large compared to his head.
Full size. Full screen.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, full screen.
This setup is weird because like my drawing table is too far from my desk.
That's
So
awesome,
you can't
dude.
even like see it in light.
Yeah, it looks great.
But I guess it's more of a Magnum Force than Dirty Harry, but those are both Milius.
Was that
Love
the
Magnum
shadow
Force.
of his perfectly round head?
Yeah, right. That was the weird thing, was getting the like strange bulbousness of the top of his head where like his hair looks like it's receding in some areas and exceeding in other.
It's like the Stan Lee hairline that's kind of moving around.
Yeah, like it's aggressively taking over in like the sideburn and widow's peak region.
The symmetry is off on it.
Yeah,
I was
Stanley
actually
got,
talking about
like,
the shadow of your head on the paper.
There's a building. There's a
Oh,
building down
yeah.
the street from me that they painted the side of it. It has a Clint Eastwood. Like, it's really bizarre. I'll take a photo and post it. But I guess it's the Clint Eastwood Museum. But it's this tiny house. It's like a very small house. Yeah,
Oh.
and the side of it, they have these two, almost like 2 seconds between the photograph of him like looking stoic and then smiling, and the one next to it. It's really bizarre.
That's a
I'll
rare
post-
piece to
I'll
actually
post it
have
up.
him smiling.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, it's when he was younger. Yeah. I see it
And
every
that's in
day
LA?
when I go to Starbucks. No, I'm in Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, you're in Tucson. That's right. Sorry, I thought you were in LA.
We have murals in
No.
Ireland, but they're not nice. Like big
Yeah.
IRA murals. Fucking men in balaclavas with fucking Kalashnikovs coming at you.
Ronald McDonald coming for that booty.
In his
The bane of my
balaclava.
childhood.
A red balaclava. trying to be stealth, but you're like, dude, I know it's you.
Big
It's part
ass
of his
shoes give it away.
tactics. He
Yeah.
wants to be caught. He wants to be
Shoes.
seen. He paints
Got
a fucking
Grimace hanging
Ronald
out?
McDonald smile. He paints the golden arches on your ass when he's done.
Oh.
With what?
Oh, it's the stream over now.
I've ruined McDonald's for you, an American institution. All you guys were over there watching the fucking HR Puffin stuff rip-off show while I was over here frightened of my life.
Wait. How do you know about HR Puff and stuff and not about the Brady Bunch?
Because I have like a
'Cause
problem.
you're a liar.
I'm a weirdo.
He's really 60, guys.
I like that weird shit. I like a kid going through some weird acid trip world is cool. But a fucking just
Yeah,
a
I
family
could-
sitting around being like, oh, well, look at us. We have guess who moved in next door? The Italians. Let's go show everybody that they're human like us too. I don't care about that shit.
Oh, what is this?
That's badass. Who did that?
That's an Odom piece.
Oh,
Michael
yeah,
Odom.
see. Dude, that's fucking sweet.
You can always tell it's an Odom piece because it has a foreground, middle ground, background, a perfect use of white, black, and gray, and great composition. Like, it's all the fundamentals happening at once. And he's funny.
Yeah, I think I saw that one he did of Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
With
No,
the
every
fucking
draw
eyes.
stream he kicks butt, and he'll he'll do these in like 45 minutes to an hour or less. Full backgrounds, everything. It's nuts.
Is Odom in the chat?
Let's see.
I don't see an Odom in the chat.
He watches from off screen like a creeper.
He's actually in Spencer's house.
He's the woodchuck Spencer talks to all the time.
It's like, did you guys know that this is just Michael Odom? I didn't know that.
He doesn't even listen to the stream. He just listens to like Spencer's like side of it.
Yeah. No idea what else is going on.
He has no idea that there's a conversation happening.
Oh yeah, we got all kinds of friends in the chat. What's up, everybody? I've been head down looking at my sketchbook all night, so I didn't see Sketchosaur. We got Gamescape, figure drawing. What's up, Peter? Douglas Leftridge. What's up, brother? He doesn't show up that often. Good to see you, man. The McDonald's comment made him grimace. Oh, Douglas.
We didn't have so much of the extended cast of characters over here. We had the little burglar thief guy. We didn't have the weird looking chicken nugget people. I don't know if we had Grimace. I always get Grimace
mayor?
confused with Grimace is just a rip off of the thing from Looney Tunes, right? What's the thing? Oh, what is his name in Looney Tunes that the Martian made? The big red guy.
Oh, Big Red
It's-
Monster?
It starts with G. It's something like that.
Gossamer.
Gossamer.
It's Gossamer, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Grimace is like. Go ahead.
I was just saying you didn't have the hamburger, the Hamburglar.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
burgles,
the guy-
he burgles hamburgers and he runs away.
Which is weird that they're like, that's going to be one of our mascots. A guy who's doing exactly what we don't want people to do to our company.
They're so good.
He was the ham bombler over there, though. He threw hamburger bombs.
No, well, he was actually he was censored.
They
because
have a mural for him over there.
he was part of the IRA.
He founded the IRA.
Hamburger.
What's it about? Irish independence? No, it's about burgers.
He was a Protestant.
Remember the French fry famine? See, we know
Making car
history.
bombs, making car bombs for the drive-through.
Now I'm curious to see like McDonald's Happy Meal commercials from around the world to see like what's the Irish one like, what's the Chinese one like, what's the German one like.
I don't remember it so much when I was a kid. I remember when I was a kid, like I definitely remember when they brought in the ba 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 ba. I'm loving it, that shit, and that was when they went full corporate, like no magic characters, no cartoons, no bullshit, like just weird like restaurant shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I was like, why the fuck are you growing up on me, McDonald's? Like, why are you doing that to me?
McDonald's went off to school and came back a new person.
Yeah, they start like I don't know if you have McCafe where they're like it's McDonald's, but it's a serious McCafe like cafe. But then they would have like these kid jungle areas in some of them where it was like a playground, and that was like that was where like the worst horrors of your life would happen. You'd be cornered by some like fucking pikey, like, and you all had to take your shoes off and put them in this little like stand, and then like some fucking pikey chav would rob your shoes.
Shit.
And then his brother would like corner you and fucking spit in your eye and shit, and then you'd fucking run up to the top of the playground where there's like some like scared Nigerian kid that like doesn't know how to talk, and you're like, I'm just gonna hang out here with you, so I don't.
You're like, how long's he been here? He looks hungry.
I just want to go home.
Yeah. You're like up at the top in that weird bulbous ball thing, and you're like, I don't know if I can make it back down to my mom. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'll survive.
That little kid could survive like at least 2 weeks. You know how many fries get lost in that ball pit?
Yeah, that was the other thing. It was like you'd never need to like oil.
That kid was already an episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
I found a bit of burger. I found a bit of burger.
You'd never need to like oil up or wipe down any of the fucking slides because they're so covered in like fry grease that you go down at such a fucking terminal pace that like the back gets ripped off you by the plastic. Yeah, that shit was hell. It was literally like Apocalypse Now for children.
So yeah, your mom's like, go get robbed.
Yeah. I remember like getting to the top of the slide, and then a pikey pushed me down and said, Charlie, don't surf.
It was just a real pale dude that your mom called Michael Jackson, so that's why you're scared of Michael Jackson too. Yeah, he works at the McDonald's.
I come back to Pikey's beating up on Carl.
The Pikeys ruled that territory. The McDonald's playground was ruled by Pikeys. They were like kings.
The first McCafe I saw was like 2011 in New York City.
Holy shit.
And I remember laughing because I was like, oh, it's one of those fancy McCafes. And it had all this like wood paneling on the outside, and it didn't look like McDonald's. And we walked by, and there's 3 homeless people fighting inside. like shit flying everywhere. It was so funny.
American Pikeys.
I was like,
Okay.
yes, McCafe, awesome.
Dude,
So fancy.
there is legends. There is McDonald's close to me, like the closest McDonald's to me. It's McDonald's in Tala Square. It is a 24-hour McDonald's, and it is like where everybody comes out of nightclubs at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, and they just everybody, even people who go into town, like go like into the city and get a taxi back, they stop off there before they walk home, and everybody goes inside, and it's hell, like it's pandemonium. It is people just punching. There's just arms and legs flying. It literally looks like, you remember in an old comic strip where people get in a fight and it was just a cloud with a bunch of like sparks
Yeah.
coming out of it. It's like that, except with food. Like people trying to enjoy a McDonald's.
I used to love going places like that and just people watching at those times of day. Like,
I used to love going to really go to a club and then afterwards go to a really shitty like all you can eat Chinese place or whatever, because that was always where you got like the most skelly fucking weirdos at like 4 o'clock in the morning coming in, and you're like, what is this guy up to? I want to follow this guy because he's gonna do some weird
I didn't
shit.
think that F was coming with a follow at the end.
I'm gonna take this guy out back and follow him so hard.
I'd follow Jake Gyllenhaal up a mountain.
No one wants to die alone, Spencer. If I'm gonna die in the mountain,
If it has to be next to a beautiful man, so be it.
I'd convince him. I'd be like, hey man, why don't we like get in the most fucking weird position, so when they find our bodies, they're gonna be like, what the fuck happened here?
Let's interlock our toes
Yeah,
and
I'm
be
gonna
soul
put
to
my
soul or something weird.
Leg over your head, and you put your arm here, and they'll think some weird shit was going on. Just do it, dude. Come on,
Yeah.
do for the.
We're gonna
for
do the
prank,
old
dude.
gay dat loves pass.
Do it for the lulls, dude.
Yeah. When they,
Come on,
when they
dude.
find us, they're gonna think we were so gay.
They'll call us
Did you see that thing
proto-sexuals.
about people did that shit about Pompeii? Like, there's two dudes holding each other in Pompeii, and people are like, "Oh, they're gay dudes." And there was this post that was like, "Imagine you're fucking like 2,000 years ago in Pompeii. The world starts to end. You run to like your best friend, and you like last embrace, and then like."
Yeah.
9,000 years later, people dig you up and they're like, "Oh, they're gay, bro."
Yeah, the world
Gay.
is still making fun of them.
Yeah.
Almost.
What?
That's up there with the masturbating man. The
Here, I
guy
got it
laying
right
on
here.
the ground. Yeah, with his dick in hand. I'll let
Um,
me make you full screen.
Because this is our special Death Curse one where he's reading Rex Doom's ominous comic book.
Yeah, the masturbating man who's conveniently looking out a window towards the mountain. And they just say he's a man looking out a window, but that guy was definitely jerking off as the volcano came down on him.
We know the truth.
Like right around the corner from Pompeii, like at the other side of Pompeii, the other side of the
24-hour McDonald's.
I know I'm live. Gamescape.
there's a city, I think it's called Herculean or something, and the same shit happened to them that happened on Pompeii, but it was like 100 times worse, and the wind just blew it that way, and like
Pompeii kinda
people
rhymes with gay.
were literally like vaporized, and I think the city was covered in like 4 stories of like ground in like within hours. Like there was people who left and came back to their city, and it was like just disappeared. Like it was buried under 4 stories of mud. And they've like people start building on top of it, and they found that like there's all these ancient basilicas and shit that are perfectly restored, because like there's the ash, it vaporizes organic shit, but it just like
just like lives under
builds up
lava
around
rock.
like normal shit. And so people have literally built their fucking houses, modern houses, into like their structures into like ancient like fucking Greek basilicas and shit. And they're like, we can't
More like-
excavate these
More like
shit
Pompeii.
because your stupid house is built on top of it.
Yeah, all the only people that weren't vaporized were the gay dudes. You don't know it, but masturbating man is masturbating looking out a window at the two dudes hugging.
I was there like the little
He was
plan
so
they had
happy
going
for
on.
them in that moment.
Yeah,
Imagine that dude. That dude like gets up in the fucking afterlife after that, and they're like, "I'm not sure, dude. Weren't you doing that gay shit?" And you're like, "No, dude. Her tits got vaporized off. That was a lady. I
They were like,
promise."
sure. It was the absolute apocalypse, but for once we were allowed to live out and about.
All right, continuity question. You're about to finish. You're about to climax as the lava and the ash comes racing towards you. It hits you before you finish. You open your eyes. You're in heaven. Do you finish immediately in heaven?
Yeah, right in front of St.
I get it
Peter.
on the fucking St. Paul's little sandals.
St. Peter's like, what the fuck?
I think they covered this in the Council of Trent.
I have to clean my
Yeah,
jism
or
off
you
the
just
fucking-
you push through it as the lava consumes your feet. Like, ah!
I'm gonna finish first.
Yeah.
Yes, you're yelling yes as
As
you're
the
burning
lava
up.
came down, I came up.
And it burns.
Well, it's like worse than lava because it's like all the ash and dirt around you just gets turned into fucking like as hot as you can possibly think. So like you'd be breathing in your climax, and then like
Aren't there
you
other
just-
ash people? Yeah, there's like a guy shitting in a hole. People sleeping.
Turn your jizz to glass.
Yeah, right. Whoa, these guys look like one of them was kicking the other one in the dick.
Imagine that's the new Jurassic Park. They find glass jizz, and they're able to extract the DNA, and they bring
Spared,
back
no
some
expense.
fucking ancient gay dude from Pompeii.
Diamonds are forever. Yeah, Pompeii fucking man glass.
That's the name. Pompeii man glass.
Yeah, that would rock. That's
My
like
man
the what was it, the Dragon Man that they just found recently? I think over in like China. I can't
China.
not inflect. Yeah, I can't not inflect that like fucking Trump now for some reason.
I
And
know,
don't
it's
even
so
mean
funny.
What do you mean, Dragon Man? Is this
It's
this
like-
old
it's
shit
like-
people do where they fucking like bury
No,
a
it's
body
a-
and a chicken, and then they're like, people used to have wings. Look at it.
No, it's like it's just a dumb name for another link, but it's like the missing link they've been looking for like 20 years that a bunch of people insisted existed. And like you see the picture of the guy and it's just like me with a good tan. Dude
Yeah,
just
there
has
gets
like
to
a
a point-
monster head. And they were like slightly larger than regular people, and then you look at it and it's like 7 feet tall with like a 12-pound head, and you're like, slightly larger? Like
I'm still not sure it isn't you, actually.
yeah,
I don't
like,
know.
that's
Is
what I
that
mean. I saw
real?
the picture and I was like, that straight up looks like somebody just photoshopped me a couple shades browner than I am.
That's I'm on TV.
Yeah, I finally made it.
I thought we were all supposed to be small. Like we all like
We all
the
started
old- the f-
pygmies, and
when
I'm
you go
just a
back, the
misfortunate
smaller you
bastard.
get.
Yeah,
Like the more you go back, the smaller you get. Even in like the fucking 70s. When they...
Look at the screen, guys. Sorry, Carl.
it's uncanny.
It's a 1-to-1 replica.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I should have a paycheck in the mail.
Sorry, Carl.
Dad?
Where you been?
Yeah, he went out for cigarettes, and they found him frozen in ice
Do it.
in China.
Your dad fucked a Gigantopithecus.
Yeah, a tale of 3 Spencers.
And the RNA stayed with it for 7 weeks.
Yeah. If
We're
a
bringing it
dragon
all
man
together.
jizzes in you, it permanently changes your DNA.
Yeah. We're threading everything together tonight.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I texted Kayla. I don't know if she lost power or what.
I just thought it was weird that she was being super quiet.
Yeah. I mean, I thought we lost more people. I feel like I'm losing my mind, but it's because Trevor headed out and
It's just the guy that didn't talk the whole time left, so you thought a lot more people left.
It's just the volcanic ash is taking us all. Turner's gay.
Whip it out.
my God.
Hug a friend.
Yeah, Kayla lost power. She is
Whip.
charging her phone. I almost said charging her car and her phone. Charging her phone in her car.
Those are great rules for the apocalypse. Whip it out. Hug a friend.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the. I mean, if that
Well, I
happens,
mean, if you know you're doomed already, one or
Like,
the
that's
One
other.
or the
a
other
hard way to
works,
go
but
at.
if you can do both.
Yeah, if you're lucky enough, you're already following Jake Gyllenhaal up a mountain.
Oh my god.
that's what I'd say to him. You know,
Yeah, when in doubt, whip it out.
it's just the two of us, Jake.
Apocalypse about,
We're
whip it
gonna
out.
die. Nobody. This is between.
We're gonna die. That's one of those cases where you have the unfortunate luck of not dying. The lava passes you by, and you're the two dudes that survived Pompeii.
What if
Had
it's
the
like
most passionate night of your life on the side of a mountain?
we're up the mountain, me and Jake Gyllenhaal.
I need to be writing slice of life Yowie books with Carl is what I need to be doing.
We
Say it
get
slower.
together and we're like, okay, pal, death is coming for us at some point. Let's have some manly.
Say it slower, Jeff.
Let's have some manly brotherly love here, like in the old Pompeii times, so we can cherish us before the frost takes us and the gangrene and the wolves come for us. While we're still healthy and virile, let's smash these two bodies together.
Let's really
then-
give it to each other good.
and then
Gangbang
like,
before the gangrene.
and then it happens, and then like Jake Gyllenhaal is so disgusted that he throws himself off the top of the mountain,
He jumps into the lava.
and I just left there, like
Beautiful
knowing,
face first.
Jake,
No.
let's bang till the wheels fall off.
knowing that my
I wish I
awful,
never met you, and then jumps into lava.
my awful
Brokeback volcano.
performance pushed him to this. Like it wasn't enough to be stranded.
Oh, she said in chat she was going to charge her phone in the car. I guess.
Yeah, everybody in the chat is talking like they're in the room with her. Like everyone's like, yeah, she's just doing this right now. Like,
Exactly, Spence. The only way to avoid death is spontaneous homoerotic love. This is what we take away from this stream. Yeah.
we try
When
to
your
bring you
back's-
guys all the boob talk, but it never goes there.
Yeah, when your back's against the wall, kiss your closest bro. That's what it really comes down to. That's the scenes they cut from Predator.
What's another like it's not gay kind of thing? Like it's not gay if you're ankle deep in lava.
It's not gay if you're killing an alien in the jungle.
It's not gay if it's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the hall pass.
That was
I love
just
how
a-
it's like it just turned into this thing.
There
now,
needs to
Jake
be a term for a gay
Jake
hall
Gyllenhaal pass.
pass. Yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
It's like I think it's pretty okay to be gay.
God
It's
damn.
like 2021.
Oh yeah, no, that's like part of the
And
joke.
we're still like, oh no, you need a Jake Gyllenhaal pass for that shit.
I was gonna ask what your Jake Gyllenhaal pass was, but I feel like it's just Kurt Russell. So,
Dude, fucking hell. Is it that obvious? I was literally watching a bunch of clips of Jack Burton today.
yeah, your avatar's sweating.
Just a bunch of Jack Burton clips. Watch it. There's a great video where it's like Jack Burton asks a lot of questions, and it's like every time he asks a question in Big Trouble in Little China. It's so funny.
Spontaneous, sure. Yeah, I got real spontaneous in college for like 3 years. What does that mean? Nothing. I didn't
Don't look
go
into
to
it.
college. Yeah. All my college friends kissing boys like they were dying. Yeah, I kissed a couple dudes in college. Man, you must have been getting into dangerous situations left and right. What? Oh, nothing.
We immediately associate like being gay with like the most dangerous shit on the planet.
Yeah. Well, it goes hand in hand.
But we're still okay with it.
Yeah, homoerotics in danger. The cutting edge. Yeah, that rocks. This isn't even the podcast. This is just a regular drawing hangout. Thanks for coming on, Shelby.
Thanks for tuning in to the Kick-Ass Piece.
Gamescape says I only kiss dudes if they're about to fight me.
Yeah. For those who are about to die, kiss.
You ever see those MMA things? Whoa, God, you know, I wonder what those guys are up to.
God damn.
Stare down becomes a kiss off.
They do that. There's some guys that do that. And they
An
get
old
stabbed.
Mexican kiss off.
Just two people standing there puckered up.
Yeah. So we just gonna stand here, or we gonna make out already, partner?
If I kiss you, you're gay. If I kiss you, you're gay. Oh yeah.
Going to kiss the top of your penis, boy. You're gonna like it.
Kiss first, ask questions later.
I'm blowing up the bottle.
You kick open those fucking saloon doors. I heard there's a man in here that's in need of some kissing.
Don't worry what the boys at the saloon say.
I came here to do two things: kick some doors and suck some wiener, and I already
That
kicked
was-
some doors.
That's the best pitch ever. Is we do Brokeback Mountain, but it's still just a straight up like classic western.
It's Brokeback Mountain, but it's a like we do a proper spaghetti western, like as serious as you can.
Double fisted Brokeback Mountain.
Then they do the
10
game.
fists
The
that
game.
broke my back.
The 10 fists that broke my back on a mountain.
Go full peck and paw, and there's squibs during the sex scene.
It's literally just the most violent western, but also it's equally gay.
You have like a classic scene when you're in a whorehouse and you like push women aside. I don't want any of them gay lady kisses. I want sexy man kisses.
Yeah, I'm looking for big, strong boys. I want to shoot them or kiss them.
You think I'm some sort of girl running out here wanting to kiss ladies? I'm a man.
It's gay.
I love the Irish
prostitutes they
accent
have to
doing the
think of.
cowboy accent
Yeah.
so much.
Irish
Sounds like a
cowboy is-
retarded cowboy.
An Irish cowboy is like a grindhouse film I would fund tomorrow.
Yeah.
And write and direct. Carl, we got to get you out to America.
Irish
Like,
Irish cowboy would be the most badass thing ever because they'd have to be like shipped over there by the British, so they'd have to be like the worst fucking Irish guy on the planet.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I already like this story. This is awesome.
Yeah.
So it's like some fucker
You
who's
heard it
like
here first, guys.
What was the story
Bronson or something.
Far and Away?
some insane like weird
Irish
saboteur,
cowboy.
like proto IRA guy gets shipped over to America, ends up being a cowboy.
This motherfucker be doing lettering and shit. Excuse me.
What? The Irish cowboy does lettering now? Oh, I see. I wasn't looking at the screen.
How many times did you make sure you spelt that right?
That wasn't the problem. It was getting it to where the letters were all in the correct spaces and not like
Okay,
a
that's
giant P and then like the EDS, you know, like down here.
Yeah, blocking it out. It's always one or the other when I ask people when they do like hand lettering. They're like, I checked it like 300 times and I still fucked it up, or I took forever to rule it all out.
Like my bounty hunter jacket that said bounty hunter.
Yeah, I still don't know how to use like an Ames guide properly, but I should probably learn that.
For all your hand lettering needs in 2021,
Yeah, I feel
Ames
like I'd
lettering
fucking-
guides.
Yeah, I feel like I'd fucking love that. You know me, I'm a nutcase.
No, they're pretty cool. Like if you just watch one video, you'll learn how to use it in 5 minutes. It's not
Especially if it's all just like ruling things out and drafting. That's like my autistic brain is like, oh yeah. Once I do
Yeah, it's
like
all-
a grid or something and I have to draw on it, then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna ruin this beautiful grid.
You'd love to get like one of those grid copybook papers, you know, you had in school.
Yeah, just go graph paper. Oh.
That's just an art book for him. He's like,
He's like rubbing
Perfect.
every page. Spencer,
Look
you
how
haven't
nice
done
these
any work.
angles are.
It's like, why would I do work? Why would I ruin this masterpiece?
Beautiful, beautiful graph paper. The new podcast episode went up last night too. Took me a while because we were like with and without power over and over again and internet throughout the week. And then I forgot what we had, if we had thought of a name or anything for it, so I just called it Sped because it was the Sped episode. I don't know if anyone listened to it, but it was absolutely off the chain. It's our lucky number 13.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, 13 episode, and weird because it's just over the hump of doing this for fucking 3 months. The podcast, that is, which feels silly. And then I was like, it's going to be real weird when it's at a year.
I like this episode because the sped bit, I don't want to get too much into it here because it's funny, but you know, people should listen to it over there. But rarely do I want to take one of our joke ideas and make a sketch or an actual video of it. Because to me, like, once we make the joke, like half the time, like the joke's done. Like we went to make something of it. That's just, it's already over. But
I'll beat it to death over 3 weeks.
The sped bit is so funny and would make such a killer, like, short trailer for that movie.
Yeah, if I feel like if Dennis Hopper weren't dead, he would be a dude who would actually be into like doing something like that legitimately.
He'd probably at least think it's funny.
He's gonna say it, man. He doesn't know what it means. Oh, Peter! I just started listening from the beginning of the Death Curse podcast. I will say, it's not for everybody. Like, I like don't know how to pitch it to people because I'm like, we do get into comics, but it's never like seriously talking about comics. There's some episodes where we get into movies and it's kind of like a review. They're all very spoilery, so if it's a movie review episode, like I think Clowntown Reach Around is the Snyder Cut episode. Both parts of that just went up for free on the Spotify this week. So if you're not a patron, you can check us out on Spotify now as well. I think it's 3 parts, or 3 altogether now, the first episode and then both parts of episode 2. I guess I can pull that up really quick and drop the link in chat if you guys want to see it.
Yeah, I've been describing it like to people like from my end anyways, it's sort of like if, you know, you read it and follow my all ages material, that's great. If you want to check me out in a more adult environment, I'm part of the Death Curse studio, and we do comedy, comics, podcasts, and stuff like that.
Call it a studio?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
That is the
Yeah,
easiest
church it
way
up.
to church it up.
I consider us a studio.
Yeah, that's.
I consider us a church.
Yeah, we're gonna be a cult. Oh,
Yeah, I don't have those sort of guidelines for people. I'm just like, I'm awful anywhere I go.
Oh yeah, for sure. But Ryan has like a channel that he does during the day. That's like.
I know. I watched it. I
produced.
watched the comic strip, and it's like ultra professional.
Yeah, where this is like I'm a drunk idiot allowed to take the reins on anything.
And thank you for watching, Carl, but don't call us professional again, please.
Why? Is that bad?
God damn.
No, I just think it's funny because we were actually like, everyone's always like, oh, your show's like this well-oiled machine, where like the reality is it's a giant mess. It's just like, it just happens. Like we don't plan anything. Everything's last minute. I don't know. We're not very professional.
Jeff and Shelby doing covers.
We just don't swear a lot. That's all.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry, go on. Jeff and Shelby doing covers.
I'm a trucker with my CTE. I'm gonna. I just have been Kinnison like 4 times over in my life.
You gotta get closer to your mic.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sometimes like
I've been Kennison.
yeah, it's like I've been kidding like 4 times in my life, and it's like super low and it's like real far back, and you're like,
Yeah, it's because I'm
going
at
through
the
some
computer
shit
right
right now.
now reading comments.
That's
It's not
how
me
you get your
talking lower,
anticipation up.
I'm far away from because the mic is pointed at my drawing table. I'm
Like
surrounded
I care
by
for these
bullshit.
excuses.
Oh. Ryan runs a tight ship.
A comic ship.
Tight. Like that. Like stuff in a quarter where a nickel goes.
In your butt.
Yeah.
That's where you keep your nickels.
Just
Man.
a butt full of
Ireland's
nickels.
so weird.
That's dude. You do that to keep them out.
Butt full of nickels is my ska band.
What do you do when you drop your change? You pick it up. Pick it up. You have a checkered past, don't you?
Well, I'm in a ska band, so
No!
I have checkered trousers.
Yeah. My checkered past. What was it? Real Big Fish that just did that George Floyd song recently?
No, that was the Boss Towns.
That's
God
what
damn
it
it.
was.
Damn
Dude,
them!
that was unreal. Hey guys, not the time. Like,
They also had some new video because, like, I got a friend who's still trying to convince me that they're still good, even though I'm 20 years off them
come
or
on,
something.
man, you didn't hear Georgie Boy?
One of their videos, they're like out in the Salt
Georgie
and
boy,
Sea.
isn't that Rod Stewart? Georgie boy was gay
Yeah,
like
no,
this. Nothing more, nothing less. Kindest guy I ever
How are
knew.
you on some Rod Stewart shit right now?
I love
You're
that
calling
song.
Brady Bunch old, now you're fucking tearing it down. with
I'm
Rod
so
Stewart clips.
confused, especially the things he's like, this thing sucks, and then this thing's awesome, and I'm like, wait a second,
Yeah.
this is the same
Georgie
thing.
went to New York.
Rod
town.
Stewart, that
Wait,
absolute
quick
pussy
yourself,
getter. Oh yeah, Dick slaying machine. Look, that's amazing. Rod Stewart.
Oh, he probably actually was a pussy magnet.
Yeah,
Apparently,
especially
he
in
sucked
Ireland.
so much dick he had to get his stomach pumped because it was full of cum.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like Lil' Kim.
I do remember hearing
Yeah,
that.
same with the New Kids on the Block when I was in
Yeah.
school.
That's why he changed his name to Rod Stewart. He's a Stewart for Rod.
He likes Rod Stew. He considers it art.
My cats are just passed out over here, hanging out.
Imagine how fucking bad it must be to get like a rumor like that spread about you back in the day, like the 70s. And you're
When
just
you
like
just
one
couldn't
day,
even fight it.
like a year down the line from this thing spreading around, someone's just like, "Hey, dude, I heard this fucking story about you."
Oh no, Richard Gere has it the worst.
I gotta just start. Dude, every time Institute shows up, I have to fight the urge to like yell his real name out and
Docs
just
alert! Docs alert!
excitement. Yeah, no one is allowed to know. Institute doesn't have a real name. He's a robot. He's got a serial number. We made
He's a
him
group
in
of
our
robots.
garage. He runs on cheeseburgers and old porno mags. No, that's not real. What's up, Institute?
I was just waiting for Carl to ask when he could move in.
Huh? I completely blanked out.
Yeah, we're gonna put Carl
Cool.
up in the guest room.
Yeah, I'm
moved
gonna
on.
be like
Cool.
one of those like Victorian gnome guys that used
Well,
to
we
live
gotta
in people's
do.
back gardens.
We get him out here. We do Irish cowboy. We make a fuckload of money, and then he can just buy his own place after he stars as the leading role in Irish Cowboy.
I need to marry someone, do a 90-day fiance thing.
Oh yeah, let's do that. I want to do Death Curse 90 Day Fiance reality show.
90-Day Fiance.
Yep, that's
I've
it.
seen every season. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, we
Yep.
get Carl out here.
We're gonna try to marry Carl to Jeff.
We could only get a dude to line it up.
It would never work out. I'm sorry, Carl.
Hey,
I'll-
save
I'll
it for the
take the
talking
bro.
heads, Jeff. Save it for the talking head scenes.
You guys came over here and he kept complaining about McDonald's, and I don't know what's going on with him.
All the boys love Institute. Institute was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm getting out of here.
All right, I think I'm done.
All right, let's see it.
Oh, I thought like you meant like you were leaving for a second. I was like, oh, all right. See you
We
later.
gotta go in a little bit, actually.
I gotta go in a couple
Yeah.
minutes.
Oh,
I just
damn,
wanna
guys.
see you guys finish. I just want to watch
Spencer, put
Shelby
him
and
on
Jeff finish.
Spencer,
Yeah.
put them on the
I didn't realize it's 11:11.
Make a wish.
that's badass.
I wish I was at Pompeii with Gyllenhaal.
Pompeii would end too quickly. I want to savor the moment.
Is there a slower volcanic death?
Yeah. That's kind of the whole point, is to end as quickly as possible, and you're going to be burned to death. Hang on, I'm so close to ending.
Let's use this as the cover for Irish Cowboy.
They hadn't come up with the word finish when Pompeii happened.
They'd started, but they didn't get it out.
Yeah.
You say use this as the cover?
Yes, this is gonna be the Irish Cowboy poster.
Yeah, but we're gonna put like a
Irish prejudice.
big banana hammock in your pants and fill it with like.
That's what it should be. Irish Cowboy is about an Irish guy who comes into the Wild West and pretends he suffers more prejudice than everybody else.
His monster dog.
He's
All
like,
the other cowboys in town are looking at it. And it's
We were slaves too once.
He starts shooting everybody with a shotgun.
He's arguing to an actual slave. He's like, we were slaves too once.
Oh my god. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Oh, is Shelby still working? I don't want to.
Kayla says I can marry her sister.
Oh, I'm almost. Yeah,
I don't want to.
Gamescape says Carl and
I'm not
Kayla's
going
sisters
anywhere.
sitting in a
Yeah.
tree.
That is like my type, though. Is like just the sister offered up to me. the brother
Peating.
Did you see that?
I'll bring a dowry.
So, did you see that stream we did with her sister? I put
No.
it back up to public. I wasn't sure if you were in here for that. We can pull up. I had to fucking blur it out. The section, and it wasn't even Kayla's sister. I had to blur out. We were scrolling through like bondage stuff afterwards because it was my birthday stream. And
That's why
sound
you were
right.
scrolling through Bond and stuff.
and well, we had Kayla's dominatrix sister on, so we like pulled it up and we're scrolling through it again. And I clicked on like a Twitter link because I was talking about the movie Dogs Don't Wear Pants. It's this weird like bondage thriller, and it was on Shudder a while ago. That was the only reason I had seen it. And Kayla's sister looks like ambiguously Aryan, like the chick in that movie. And I clicked on a link when I was looking up that movie on Google, and it brought me to just like a Twitter thread of crazy bondage shit. And one of the tweets was a guy and a woman in a shared vinyl like gimp suit. It was like a 2-person gimp suit, and the lady was blowing the dude violently, and it took like a moment for all of us to see what was happening, and then we all burst out laughing like school children. It's quite possibly the hardest I've ever heard Jeff laugh, and I had to blur it. Yeah, this is the clip. I had to
Ambiguously Aryan.
Yeah, I had to blur it because it was so bad.
All went down.
Let me tell you.
Oh wow!
Oh wait, hey, wait.
It's
Wait a
because they
second.
hurt. The
Yeah, I
computer's
was like,
listening.
Wait, what just happened?
I was like, that was a
the
whole
random
thread of
dominatrix
latex stuff.
picture came
Yeah,
up.
hang on a second.
I'm interested in this conversation again.
Yeah, that was from that Google search. It's just all dominatrix stuff. Oh my god!
It's all blurred.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Spencer, from the internet.
Me and Jeff genuinely laughing like idiots. Yeah, that was cartoonish, and I think I can upload the unedited version on the Patreon, so I gotta figure that out. But
I barely remember that at all, and I was there saying words.
dude,
And you make fun of me remembering it.
Yeah, I
Cool.
scrolled by it and I was like, wait a second. And then I scroll back up and like that's when like you realize as I'm scrolling back up, everybody sort of saw it like I did and was like, wait a second. And I scroll back up and it like clicks in Jeff's brain first and he gasps while everybody starts laughing. Jeff is gasping for a moment and then unloads. And I like
Whoa.
Jeff finishing laughing sets me off laughing even harder. Like,
Was it good for you guys too?
yeah, like I just machine gun out of it like a absolute clown after that. I was trying to see, can we get Kayla's sister back on?
5 pounds.
Hellfire.
I take the.
Yeah,
the-
Kayla's
You're
sister
5'10",
who
I
looks
know
like
I'm
a
5'10",
ghost
but I'm
of
5'9"
Kayla.
and a half.
I have a movie for you to watch, Kayla, now to enlighten
It ain't
you.
gonna-
Yeah, I was telling her about dominatrixes, but that's Kayla's sister, who literally just looks like, what is that, Hellboy in the Golden Army?
Oh, Nuada.
It's like the like elf people. She's literally like
Neela,
Kayla.
or whatever.
Yeah. Spooky Kayla. When Jeff finishes, Spencer machine guns out of it. Yeah, man. Just like a Peck and Paw movie. What a night. I still am gonna have to finish inking mine off stream. But
Yeah,
Finish inking.
that's typical me.
Let's check out Shelby's.
I'm done. How
Yes.
long was that? More than an hour?
What did we, yeah.
2 hours and 47 minutes.
We normally go for like 2 hours, but yeah, we went really long tonight, just hanging out, talking.
Oh wow!
We didn't
great, man.
Fantastic design on that, Shelby. The black, the white. Love it, man.
Yeah, man, that fucking absolutely rocks.
When
Yeah,
I do
badass.
ink sketches, I just I try to throw as much black down as possible. Just makes it easier.
Freaking
Oh,
awesome.
now
Then
I
I can
love
make-
all the places where there's like you didn't use line, you just used white, like the sword handle, the hilt.
Oh, yeah.
God, that's
yeah,
badass.
Kind of turned out a little Barry Windsor Smithy looking at the bottom there with the heavy, the weird cross hatching where it's like it looks like he's using a crayon.
Windsor and Zafino, man, you remind me so much of Zafino, the whole family. When you do the sketches, at least. That Undead Batman one you did, I've been ranting about it a shitload.
Oh,
I keep forgetting I'm not near my fucking mic, sorry.
the little quickie. Yeah.
Oh, look who's
guys.
back.
I am back, like a bad habit you can't get rid of.
Yeah, like a brick to the back of your head.
So I talked to Kelsey.
Move
Kelsey
the
said
mic.
Kelsey said she'll marry Carl for some money.
I'm gonna be rolling in it after Irish Cowboy.
Boys, we're in business.
You better make that bed nice and good for me, Spencer. I'll be over. Booking my fucking flights.
I think you're gonna have to. You would have to live with my sister though for a time
What,
being.
did she hear his voice?
No, she don't give a shit. You know, she just wants money. She's into women.
Oh yeah.
Unless he wants to dress like a woman and he wants his ass beat, like, because that's the only men that she likes. She likes men that dress like women. I don't fucking know. She's fucking. I don't know what she is. And so that means.
Flexible.
So Carl, that means you.
Yeah,
have
I'm
to,
not
you're
that
gonna-
like I might like fuck Jake Gyllenhaal on a volcano top, but I don't know I'm that flexible.
So Carl, you're gonna have to.
I don't know if I can beat up by chicks in a dress.
Carl's gonna
Yeah.
have to move in over here with me. At least I cook and I do cleaning and stuff. You'll become best friends with my dad.
How do you
You'll
feel
get
about
ripped.
living in
and
a 2-bedroom
have to
apartment with
give
a
my
bunch of
psycho,
Armenians?
my psycho sister a bunch of money. No, it's we have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 bedrooms technically here.
Yeah, and 12 Armenians.
Well, it's because it's my nerd room. He'd be in my nerd room.
Your nerd rum?
I have a
My
nerd room. My nerd room. Yeah.
The room of the nerds.
With his 27 long boxes of
I drank a
coffee.
lot of whiskey tonight. I'm almost at like a quarter of the way through that handle of Jack Daniels that Beth got me tonight. Gave killed it. Shout out. Yeah, Gabe's the man. That had Beth laughing behind me for quite a while, to the point where she walked out of the room because she didn't want people to hear her giggling.
Gave killed it.
Yeah.
What's funny is the first time we had Shelby on.
Oh
before
Jesus,
Shelby met up
Gabe.
with
Yeah,
us.
sorry. Everybody's saying Gabe. I was like, who the fuck's Gabe?
Oh, it's an on-screen joke.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta be
Yeah,
looking.
Yeah.
But I remember the first time we had Shelby on, before Shelby showed up backstage, Spencer said, make sure none of you make any Foo Fighter comments or jokes or anything like that. Okay, I see people do it all the time in chat. I don't want any of that nonsense on this show. And then so rap tonight, he shows up and does it himself.
I was like, the hacky bullshit. I was like, keep it out of there. I was like, every other stream, someone's made a fucking joke about that.
5 seconds in, you run out of
fruit.
material.
That's not us. And then he showed up tonight, and Beth had never seen Shelby or anything, doesn't remember anybody's name unless she sees them and talks to them like face to face. And she was like, I don't know who that is. And then she looked at the screen and she was like, is that Dave Grohl? Yeah, like I almost wanted to just be like, yeah, that's him. Like we're just.
Yeah, I'm here
he's
to
a
talk
comic
about
book
spaghetti
guy.
westerns, guys.
Yeah.
You thought he liked drums. He really loves westerns.
Yes.
Yeah, I should have just lied to her. She would have been like, "That's amazing."
You should have.
Yeah, all the family like Spencer just hangs out with Dave Grohl and acts like it's not a thing.
You know what? If I was Shelby, I'd be going out to eat and be like, "Yeah, well, I'm Dave Grohl, and
Yeah,
my meal is free."
How many pictures out in the world are there of you?
There's
with
a-
people
no,
who just think
There's a
you're him?
lot.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot where people ask for a selfie, and I'm like, if I wear, because I have prescription sunglasses too.
Yeah.
No, it happens a lot, and I just go with it. I literally go
I would
like
too.
this. I'm like, come here, and I get a picture, and then my wife, as soon as we walk away, it's like, yeah, I'm not him. One time I was going into the load-in area of when Wizard World was still a thing. It was
I miss Wizard World.
2014, 15 maybe. We're going to the Wizard World Sacramento, the first time they did the Sacramento show, and these two guys rolled up on me and they ran up, and I thought I was going to get jumped. I had all my boxes, I had my art, and I had a hand truck with a bunch of prints and comics and stuff. They're like, dude, we're huge fans. It's like, what? They took a picture with me, and I was like, all right, guys. And I was like, oh, maybe they, I don't know. Like, I do have a few comic fans, it's a comic con. And they're all like, well, the one dude's all, thanks, Dave. It's like, fuck.
I'm gonna be
I guess.
I'm gonna be the idiot that accidentally gets my copy of '94 signed by Dave Grohl.
Gabe,
Like, holy shit,
Gabe-
Shelby! I
Gabe
can't
Grohl.
believe I just. Yeah, I can't believe
Yeah.
I just ran into you here.
That's what we should all do if we ever meet Dave Grohl. Just
Exactly.
Yeah, get him to
troll
sign
Dave
books
Grohl,
with
pretending
Shelby.
Shelby.
That'd be
I
the
love your
best shit
comic.
in the world.
And then he'd be like, I'm Dave Grohl. And you're like,
Yeah,
who?
make him
Who
go
the
out
fuck
of
is
his
Dave
way to
Grohl?
shout out Shelby's
Right.
books at a show.
Hey, I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but he makes comic books, and I keep getting mistaken for
It's
him.
it's weird because we actually look nothing alike. I mean, it's like pasty white dude. Like, I don't know if he's Czechoslovakian. There's a chance that we're related, but other than that,
Yeah,
I
you guys
highly
do
doubt
have
it.
different. It's just certain facial traits. I feel like, that are similar, but not
You
the same.
having
facial
Yeah.
long hair and a hat. It's uncanny.
No, it's literally
Well, they have
just the
different
beanie, glasses,
noses.
and beard. Like, I don't think you guys actually have, like, when he's not
No.
dressed in
They
you,
have
No.
basically
different nose
yeah.
completely.
like you don't look the same.
yeah,
Yeah,
No.
the first
No,
time
not
I
at
heard it, I was like, "What?" And then I heard it like 40 times in every stream I saw you show up in, and I was like, "Oh my god! Like, this is insanity." If it's a hacky joke, you save it for the podcast.
yeah.
Uh,
No, we were in Vegas. We were in Vegas. So this is before Everly. So like 8 years ago, we're in Vegas, and there was a couple. And we walked in, checking into the hotel, and there was a couple sitting there. You know those giant margaritas that are like 3 foot tall?
Oh,
that
the
you
ones you
can
can
get there,
refill
like,
all day.
The bottomless. Yeah, the bottomless
Yeah,
ones.
those are awesome.
So there was a couple
some
sitting on the
unfortunate
couch
stories and shit.
in the
Sorry.
check-in, and they're like, the lady stood up, and she like, they couldn't run because they were like obviously super drunk, but she ran over and she was like, she was doing that like you know how you would herd like a large animal over, but like you were defensive but also trying to get it to come over, like, come here, and she was being real slow. Yeah, they wanted to take me to the room. I was like, no, this isn't gonna happen. Like, I literally, I was like, you gotta let me check in first. They took some photos. They did photos, but yeah, it's interesting.
Oh my!
We have weird stories. We were at the Hard Rock Cafe, and there was some chick trying to take like incognito photos with her phone down by her hip, and I kept purposely turning my body like I didn't want my photo taken.
Oh man, I would be like flexing into it.
It was
Just give Dave Grohl this weird, history of flexing for the camera and stuff, and duping people into thinking you're really him. Just like bending over and looking between your legs and doing all sorts of ridiculous shit every time you catch somebody taking a photo. Of
You can
like that.
you
Yeah,
can single-handedly
You could literally
Just
ruin
vibrate
his
so every photo is blurry.
reputation. Yeah, right, Carl? Like, think about this.
Yeah,
You could,
just
like,
destroy
you could
this
literally-
man's
just
career.
grab asses, like nonstop
Yeah.
grabbing asses,
could-
like, yeah, just like
The
shake
real
your
life
head. So, like,
deep
dude, that's Dave Grohl. It's blurry, but that was him.
Just drinking on the middle of a street. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go. Like, you could really ruin someone's life like that. Oh my god.
You have a Grohl pass.
Excellent, excellent.
That's shut it down.
Did you say a Grohl?